At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today? Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right hand corner of our homepage.
Hello lovelies, hello, how are we? Are we all warm enough? Here's a piece of advice. Don't do what I did this morning and think, oh, the fat balls need filling up for the birds. Going out in your bare feet in your dressing gown with no on arse underneath it were cold and it were drafty. And that woke me up. I know. I thought next time get dressed, woman, before you venture outside in the freezing cold to put your fat balls in your bird's feeder thing. It's cold. Anyway, yes, so we need an update on the weather. Because we're all flapping about getting home. Poor Ray's got to go to Wales. Poor Ray has. I mean, gosh, I've only got to go half an hour home and poor Ray's got to go to Wales. And thankfully, most of us are quite local. So, welcome to the Late Show. Now then, we've had some little extras thrown in for you tonight. We have. Now then, we have this fantastic lady, the lovely Fleur Hastings, looking very beautiful this evening. Yes, you.
It's my frazzled fringe.
No, nobody knows about the frazzled fringe apart from... You can't tell she's got a frazzled fringe, can you?
I've absolutely...
She's frazzled it with the straighteners.
Frazzled it.
But you can't tell. Only you know. If you hadn't shared that story, nobody would know.
If you get me on a side profile, you can see it's a bit fuzzy.
Just face on then. Face on all the time. Face on, Fleur. Face on. Find your face, Fleur. Find your face. Now, because this lady is known, I mean, she did the most fantastic... I mean, she won Workshop of the Year for 2016 for pearl knotting. She is fantastic when it comes to pearl knotting. And what we've managed to find in our vault today is actually a wooden handled pearl knotting awl. Now there are tools to pearl knot with, but Fleur is a traditionalist and she loves the hand knotting technique, don't you?
Yeah,
you like an awl?
Yeah, I do like an awl, yeah.
An awl being an AWL, and we've got that today. And back to the Late Show treat of £1 for the awl. Now that's good.
That's really good. And if you can get a couple, because you can have them one for when you're travelling and one for...
So best to get two?
Get two if you can.
Well, the thing is, I mean, £2 coin, really?
It's just cost me £1 to get a chocolate bar. I'd rather have had an awl.
You did not use the vending machine?
I did.
Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, we should say, because I bought 5 Cadbury's cream eggs today. Could have had one of them.
You?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a fresh chocolate eclair in the fridge. Could have had that.
Oh, could have had that.
Could have that if you want. We're going to do... I tell you what. Should we put it on pre-order? Now, can we show a picture of it, team? Because that's the only thing. It was so late. I literally said, look, we've got Fleur. She likes to, you know, do it by hand. Can we put an awl in? And all the team went, no, we haven't got one. And we found, that's not it. You're testing me. Didn't look like an awl, did it? I don't think you could pearl knot with those, could you?
I think you'd struggle a little bit.
You'd struggle a bit, wouldn't
yeah,
you?
you would struggle.
That's the lot. Well, that's a nice wooden handle, isn't it?
Do you know that's a lot of...
That's a lot of wood.
Let
Let
alone
alone
a
the
lot of
tool for a pound.
A lot of tool
A
for a
lot of tool
pound.
for a pound. A wooden handled awl. Now the code is JB, GP if you're going to the doctor, 95. I better write that down if I've got a pen actually, so we can keep quoting that. Have we got a pen, Kerry? Have you got one?
No,
She's like, oh, I had no idea. She said, I didn't know you were going to ask me for a pen, did I? A pen? Oh, I just wanted to write the code down so we can remember the awl, because I think it'll go ever so quick. It's a pound, quite frankly. It's a pound. There you go. JB, GP, 95. JB, I'll try to remember that. JB, I can think of that. GP, the doctor, 95. My next birthday. Fine, we're sorted. So that is going to be in the 8 o'clock hour, if there's any left by then, but that is if you want to learn how to pearl knot, and as Fleur suggested, you get 2. You're getting 2. Thank you, sweetheart. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Oh, she's giving me a green one. So, oh, I like that. Thank you, darling. I'm just writing it down so I don't forget, because you know my age. I'll forget. So, yeah, now we've also got microfaceted black spinel. We've got sterling silver rose gold plated jump rings. We've got these pearls are today's must-have at 8 o'clock. Now, it's the wonderful bead nucleated pearls. If you don't know about those, they're natural. I will tell you all about bead nucleated. The only thing is, for our today's must-have, it's an alarmingly low 51. Also, for me personally, that's the best priced opportunity I've ever seen. Usually, when I see the bead nucleated pearls, they're about $69.95. We're nowhere near that tonight. In fact, as I said, that is the most affordable natural bead nucleated pearls I've ever seen on Jewellery Maker. There are 51 chances, and that will sell out, I reckon, in about 1 to 3 minutes max.
What time are they on?
8 o'clock, darling.
I think I'm going to get really badly snowed in about 7:45.
Well, I'll tell you what I think you should do. I think you might have an emergency phone call from the family at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which I think we're going to give you the opportunity to go and take.
Yeah, because they are beautiful. And I need the awl as well, so I might have to have a follow-up.
Yeah, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Yeah. The all's available now if you want to go out and get it. I'll give you a 5-minute break. Do you want to go out and get it?
I've got to turn my phone on. I'll turn it on in the break and then I'll be able to get it.
Oh, you're going to get a hall pass. Okay. Also, now then, we've got another thing called the tin cup spacers. We're going to do those for you as well. They are the most simple tool you've ever seen in your life, quite frankly. 2 little pieces of foam, and they measure. And they produce what is a very well-known necklace called the tin cup necklace. It was made very famous by a Kevin Costner film, and I think it was Julianne Moore, but I'll remind myself. But anyway, tin cup necklace, and it spaces, if you want to do your pearl knotting and any kind of knotting, but it spaces and measures it, and it gives a design called the tin cup necklace. Now, last time we had those on, Fleur and I launched them, and they went like that, didn't they? Do you remember?
Yeah, they did. They're brilliant. And when you see them, you just think, how can that
Fleur's got them there.
help you with your pearl knotting? But they are amazing.
They're genius, aren't they?
You've got the 2 different sizes, or you can put them together to make an even longer gap as well. But yeah, they are absolutely brilliant. They're fantastic.
And it's basically 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch. And it's all it's from Beadalon, and it's not just your pearls, but it gives a beautifully measured.
Yeah.
And it was called the Tin Cup because the Tin Cup was the film. It was called the Tin Cup. It was a golfing film, and with Kevin Costner. And we'll talk to you all about that. But fantastic,
It's beautiful illusion style.
Exactly.
It's gorgeous. Really gorgeous.
And used in fashion today on the red carpet today. It's brilliant. I've only got about 60 odd, and we'll do those for you coming up later as well. I've also got pearl DVDs and chainmail DVDs coming up on the show as well. So they've got a lot in the show tonight, lots of gemstones as well. And ooh, can I just hang on? I'm so sorry, Becky. I'm sorry. Are these the shell pearls? Have you seen these?
They're pretty, aren't they? They're gorgeous.
Can you see the shine on them though? Oh my word, they are the most. Oh my goodness me, I'm back in the Swiss Alps. They've got like a beautiful effect on them.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They're gorgeous, aren't they? They're big sizes as well.
I have never seen shell pearls like that before. Oh gosh, they're beautiful. We are going to do those for you at 8:30, aren't we, Becky, love? That's our star buy. They're beautiful. So we'll do those for you as well. Okay, can I just mention, how many of the all did we have to start? Right then, the good news is, I'm going to be honest with you, 400 of the all. Nearly 100 have gone already. They've only been on pre-order for a couple of minutes. Code is JBGP95. Did I remember it right? Oh, yes! Okay, so nearly 100 have gone. That's a quarter of the stock. There it is, and it's a wooden handle. Can we just mention how much it is?
It's £1.
It's £1. I tell you what, this late show are going to be very happy. They're happy when we've got a £1 deal. Like your kids. Yeah, they're like, yeah. Right, should we get started? Right then. I'll tell you what we're going to do in this hour as well. We're going to do clearance and under 10, aren't we? Does that mean everything we put on this hour is going under 10? You're confident? Becky's very confident. She said, I'm confident. So the good news is, in this next, 50 minutes, everything we put in front of you, apart from me and Fleur, and Kerry, and Becky and Ben, and, Ryan, although Ryan might go for a tenner, everything is going under a tenner. I tell you what, Fleur, there's a lot of colour in that Labradorite.
I was going to say, that's a really, really beautiful
Goodness
strand.
me.
The colour play coming on.
Yeah.
Labradorite's gone on such an amazing journey at JM in the last
Hasn't it though?
4 years.
Yeah.
Really has. I can remember my first kit and I was cherry picking which one. With that, it's
I
an
was going to
abundance.
say, I'm just approaching 3 years with Jewellery Maker, and I absolutely agree. As a presenter, I would go, oh, there's one. And now every single Labradorite from Madagascar on these strands is competing against the one before and the one after. Everyone trying to outdo each other with the Labradorescence and the different colours. And that's just pointing that strand into one variation of light. As that light hits in the lighting box there, you can see every single one, as Fleur's just said there, has got that wonderful illumination, and that's the lovely thing. When the light hits each of these Labradorite rondelles, they illuminate. Almost like if you go to an arboretum and you've seen the beautiful trees and all the different colour lights, and as they light up through the leaves and the wind blows, it's like its very own natural woodland arboretum.
Yeah, it is. It
is. Really, really good quality. Now, these have never been on air before. We've just been given them. They're absolutely brand spanking new. I've got the most delicious, and remember they're going under 10. Okay, I've also got, right, I'll tell you what, if we took those to $9.95, we'd be under 10, wouldn't we, Fleur?
We would.
Yeah, we would. Yeah, we would. If we went to $8.95, we'd still be under 10.
Yeah.
We're going to go lower. Oh, no, I'm just saying. Now, think about it today. You could buy, because you could do pearl knotting is called pearl knotting because that's the original.
Yeah.
You can do it with any stone.
Anything.
Can't you?
Absolutely anything. But I always think Labradorite for me is the best gemstone if nobody's ever bought from Jewellery Maker before. I think this is and this size and shape as well is perfect for a bracelet. You've got a full bracelet length there.
Yep.
And then some for your earrings as well. But it's perfect. If you've never tried Jewellery
Agreed.
Maker before or never tried gemstones before,
Agreed. Do you know,
this
good
one
point.
is the absolute pinnacle because it just gives you everything you need.
And the thing is, could be a stretchy, could be a bracelet, could be sort of 3 stack of earrings, it could be a necklace, they could be spacers. That is about, as you say, the most versatile of strands you could imagine.
Yeah.
And you're going to get so much performance if you've never experienced a gemstone. I agree with Fleur. Actually, I'd never thought about it like that, But yeah, if you want to learn about gemstones and you want to see a phenomenon, which adulorescence or labradorescence is, and you want, again, unisex, that there, without it being faceted, and it's a smooth, beautiful gemstone, just as popular with gents and ladies. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And they go lovely with those frosted, beautiful shell pearls that we've got coming up. Again, if you want to make it dressy and actually dress it up a bit, you could go with microfaceted black spinel, which is our very first star buy. Coming up on the show in 15 minutes, you can get those. And they will complement every item that we have on the show today. And that just changes the look to glamour straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like
it
that.
does, yeah.
Just by adding those microfaceted black spinel, you have stepped that up into evening wear. Effortlessly. We find it was that easy with your clothing,
I know. Sometimes I do wish Tiffany's had picked Labradorite rather than diamonds as their...
Oh, do you know, yeah.
I just think that diamonds are beautiful, they're sparkly and lovely, but Labradorite for me is...
Do you know what, though? We went into this beautiful palace in Gustad, in Gustard, rather, I should say Gustard, where all the Lewis Hamilton's got a house down the road and Madonna's just been there and all that, Shirley Bassey, filmed all the Pink Panther films there. But anyway, you walk in and there's this Graf Diamonds display in this hotel. And I looked at it and it was fantastic, don't get me wrong. But I thought if I had to choose those or genuine gemstones, there would be no contest. I'd go genuine gemstones every time.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, I know a diamond is a genuine gemstone,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah, but
as in
it's an
opposed to a
abundant
diamond.
genuine gemstone,
yeah,
isn't it?
I really would. Genuinely mean that. We're off to Peru. Hand in hand with Paddington. I haven't seen any of those films yet.
I haven't either.
Oh, yes, I thought you would have done with kids.
No.
Yeah, I thought you
I
would.
liked the cartoon when I was a little
Yeah.
girl, but no,
Yeah.
not seen them.
Yeah, no, I've not tried it yet. 25 carats of Peruvian pink opal. Do you know what opalus in Latin stands for? Precious. That's what it means. That's what it was actually referred to, because it's a precious... What did you call it, Ben? A waterstone. No. Precious. But, you know, considering how it's made up of those little tiny silicon spheres and things and that beautiful backdrop, but it's a lovely, neutral, natural pink, I think, Peruvian opal. It doesn't look synthetic or any additives added to it at all.
No, it is. It's like, you say, it's a really beautiful...
All natural pink, a lovely pastel toned pink, but although it's pastel toned, it's still got that lightness and that lovely energy about it. And again, on the skin tone, if you haven't got pink opal from Peru, and bear in mind, from the Andean mountains, this is the location to get gemstone, the Peruvian pink opal. I mean, it really is the ultimate, no question about it whatsoever. That is the most adorable tone. And again, remember, because it is hard when I'm picking up the likes of Labradorite and when I'm talking about precious opal, thinking it's going to have an under £10 price point on it. It's hard to remember, isn't it? But it is. And Becky, our producer, who's producing us this evening, says... Not even stopping there. Should no, we're not even going to think about staying there, those Peruvian pink opals, and they are natural as well. No additives whatsoever. We've actually turned the 9 on its head. And if you think about it, when you see a price drop of £3, you think, oh, that's a lot. But when you think that's 33%, a third off.
Yeah. I don't think we equate it like that, do we?
No,
don't.
we
just
forget.
see it. Yeah, we forget that.
Because £3 doesn't sound as much as 33% saving. You know, it's a lot. It's not often you see that kind of saving, 33%. And the thing is, these gemstones don't just devalue. They don't just suddenly not become a pink opal because we discount them. They're really pretty. Really, really pretty. Do you remember when you had that, your lovely pink hair?
Yes. I might go pink again.
I like that one, but I did like the pink.
Yeah, I might go pink
I like
again.
the pink.
I might go pink for the summer.
Yeah, go pink for the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you could treat yourself, and then you go with your necklace board as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
See, these things you have to think about. £6.95. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do, actually. We've got a lot to get through. So, if you're like me and you actually think, Zine, if you've got loads of things under 10 under there, can we have them all? Do you feel like that when you're at home? Because I do. If I see one of our presenters going, we've got under 10.
Yeah.
I think, well...
See them all.
I want them all. Give me the lot.
I want everything.
Yeah, I want it all. Now, these... I don't know if you've had... I'm guessing you've had these. These are... Because sometimes when you're working with wire, we had a great wire clearance on the show last night. We had wire at £1.95 a reel. So not. I know it's bad. We hadn't got any pound deals though, so don't get upset. We've got pound deals on the show tonight. But sometimes when you've got thicker gauges of wire, a standard crimp won't go on.
Well, these the mega crimps.
Well,
These
they
are
are the tarnish resistant, and let's face it, as a jewellery maker, whenever you've got the chance to make something with a tarnish resistant item, it's going to increase the longevity of your jewellery.
Definitely.
So that's an incentive. I'll just get that out of the light there. Now, these are the large wire crimp connectors. And if I just turn that into the light there, you've got a really good gauge. You can actually go up to let me just check on the back here. I'm going to have to read it. Hang on a second. I just want to double check. Sorry. Oh, look at me. I'm going like that. It's because I've got contact lenses in. So, use with 14 gauge, which is that 1.6 mil?
Yeah, it's about 1.6.
It is, isn't it? 1.6 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, use with 14 gauge, 1.6 mil, and that's the kind of diameter that you can go up to.
But you can crimp them down onto a 1 mil or a 1.5. So you
thought
put
you
two
could.
ends in and then you just crimp either
That's
end.
what I thought.
So you create a bangle if you like.
Oh.
Or you could use it with your memory wire. You could put numerous pieces of memory wire through and then crimp so that then it sort of like fans out as
Fans
well.
out like a yeah. What was that thing that you used to have go down the stairs?
Slinky.
Slinky. Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. See, this is why it's handy having you on. And you get 50 in the pack.
And I bet that everybody at home will think of other ways to use them. They're one of those things where you'll get them home and then you'll go, oh, I could use that for that, or I could use that for that.
Because that is something I've noticed. Now, I'm still learning, obviously. I think we're all still learning. But when I do speak to guest designers and customers on our workshops and things, and when you message in, it really is. It seems to be some sort of, not a competition because that makes it sound too competitive.
It's a challenge.
But it's a challenge to see when you get something home. I've seen you especially do it, Flo, where it's like, right, what else can I do with it? You ain't gonna tell me what I'm going to use it for. I'll work out what I'm going to use it for. And I love that creativity aspect about it.
It is. Yeah. It's like, and that's where it's so lovely to have these things because you see them and you go, I remember something like that, and you haven't got them.
Exactly.
And you know, $3.95.
Well, the thing is, today, you could have those, and you could have a wooden-handled knotting awl, which is on pre-order. So we're now into the, we'll be on our way to half the availability of those gone. They are £1. So today, for a £5, you could have 50 of those large crimps, and you could have a knotting awl with a wooden handle and get change. Now that is impressive.
Did you have some wire mesh on yesterday?
I had the ball chain with the knitted.
Yeah. So you could take the ball chain out and put the wire mesh through, and then pull it out. So it goes in and out. So you've got that metallic luster going through. And because it's non-tarnish, it's going to have the same longevity as everything else that you're using. You can have that one.
Thanks. I like the way you're swinging your boots at me.
You're
swinging your boots at me, aren't you?
I can't reach the thing.
She's swinging her legs at me like a kid.
I'm like Robin. Is it Kermit's cousin?
Yeah. Oh dear. Got your 2 alls, Fleur. Can't speak myself. We'll send them.
Oh, thank you so much.
You don't know who to thank. Or do you?
No, I don't know. Oh, please send your name in, or let me know on Facebook. Thank you.
Liz. Oh, hello, Liz. Liz just said £1. Is that all for the all? Brilliant deal. Yeah, £1. I'm so sorry I don't have it in the studio with me. But you got your 30-day money-back guarantee. It's a wooden handle. It's not a wooden effect. It's a wooden handle. You can see how ergonomic that is and how the hand is going and the fingers are going to wrap around that handle so comfortably with that lovely pinpoint awl.
I was going to say the ergonomic handle.
Is that really what you were going to say, Flo?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Ergonomic handle. Yeah, it's just come to me in a flash of inspiration. But the one that I use is really, it hasn't got handle. It's just like the same all. It's just got a blue cover.
Same all the way up.
All the way up.
All the way up the awl.
But it's quite difficult when your hand's getting a little bit fatigued. It's difficult to take it out of the board. Whereas that with the handle is perfect.
See, and you got 2 because somebody very kindly sent you. Isn't that lovely? Do you know what? You lot are lovely. You are. You're lovely. So those are still about. Have we got a few of those left, sweetie? We've got a few left, or have they nearly gone? Not many. Okay. Single figures? Yeah. Okay, so they're nearly gone. So help yourselves. Have as many as you like. Right. Sometimes we go under 10. Sometimes we go to £1. Like we are this evening on the all. If you want the code, by the way, JBGP95. You can order it now. You can call the call centre on the free phone number at the bottom of the screen. Press option 1 straight through. Say there's an all on Jewellery Maker. I want it. JBGP95. Also, you can go onto the web and it's on there and it says you can have it now. Pre-order. You can have it now. Have it early. Why wait? Why wait and risk? Because I've got it in the studio, so I can't even show it you. Got to go from the photo. Sorry, if that's okay. Sorry about that. But I'd rather have something, buy it from a photo than not have it for £1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's my attitude.
I'd risk it for a biscuit.
I'd risk it for a biscuit as well. In fact, I mean, you're lucky if you buy a packet of biscuits for £1 these days, aren't you? Yeah. Right then, I now have glorious natural garnet. Yeah, beautiful. They look so... There is no other word but juicy. It's a juicy, it looks like an organic berry.
It does. I just love this gemstone.
So do I. I mean, I'm very partial because it's my birthstone, and I think when you've got a birthstone that you love, you are straight up, there's a connection with it, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
You know. What's your birthstone?
Aquamarine.
Oh, when's your birthday?
St Patrick's Day.
Oh, you're on the 17th?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, excited. Should be 30.
Not really when you get to...
Oh, of course it is.
Start counting backwards.
It's always excited. The thing is, we're going to give you an entire strand of 75 carats of genuine garnet. And what I love about garnet, every garnet we have here at Jewellery Maker is natural. It is a kaleidoscopic gemstone of variation of colour. It's glorious, from the orange spessartines to the green savorites to the orange, beautiful, sort of orangey toned hessonites, and it's fabulous, fascinating gemstone. And we'll do these for you today for less than a £5 note. My baguette at the airport in Switzerland cost me more than that. Ham and cheese. I was traumatised. Traumatised. No, it's just a standard baguette. If that. I was traumatised. And then my dad wanted half. I went, oh, really? But $4.95, I'm going to hold that out so you can see that. Mind you, it's your dad. You can't say no, can you? Bless him. As soon as he walked, and he did walk over with a can of beer, so I was like, oh, OK, fair enough. What I like about those, Fleur, is they're actually nice big solitaires if you wanted to make those into like a beautiful solitaire ring.
Well, I'm just thinking with the pearls in my first kit as well, just to have them with those beautiful, because they are big size pearls
They're
I've
massive
got as
in
well.
your beautiful kit.
Yeah, they are really big pearls.
Yeah.
So just one of those and a pearl as a pair of earrings. They're absolutely beautiful. I think there's two gemstone families that don't have enough recognition, and it's garnet and jasper.
Totally agree.
Because I think garnet is it's the only gemstone you can get lost looking into. It's like bottomless. It's like a big pool of beautifulness.
I'm going to go with you on garnet, jasper, and I'm going to throw in agate.
Yes.
Those are my three unsung heroes, or as you say, some people that need more need pushing. It's like they're the chorus, and they need to be the principal.
Yeah, they're the backing singers. Yeah. But they don't need to be. They are the star of the show.
I absolutely agree. And what is unusual about that strand is the size of those garnets individually. The ones in the centre go right up. So look at the size in the centre. 9 by 5 mil those are. And they're a fiver.
I love the fact that they're not faceted as well, that you can see that beautiful depth
because actually
to them.
when you facet sometimes, it reflects away from the gemstone, whereas actually, like with the Labradorites earlier, when you don't facet and you have it smooth, there's nothing interrupting that view of that beautiful gemstone. So I'm with you. Yeah,
I love that strand.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a fiver. We've got time for one more before our first star buy. Do you know, this takes me back. When I did my swap with Mark Smith, and he did a bit of presenting, and I did this swap on and we did the little presenter, you know, when you do a little demo, and I learned how to macrame. This is the strand I was given. This very one. A couple of years ago. And it's beautiful. I mean, really overly graduated, if that makes sense. Sometimes we do them very subtly by 1 or 2 mil, like we did with the rubies on the show last night. But sometimes we actually sort of more than double the size. So you start on this one at a 6 mil, and then you go right up into the centre to a 13 mil, and it gives you a really beautiful, what I would immediately refer to as a necklace layout. And all that work is done for you. So if I mean, it's a shame actually, because I've got a higher neck top, so I can't really show you the full effect. But it gives you an idea. Now look at that. All the work is done.
If there was a strand to be knotted,
totally
that is it.
That's it. So you could use the knotting awl with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this worries me slightly, because I can always tell with Becky, my producer, because she starts giggling when she's about to do something naughty. She's giggling her little head off in there, and she goes like this over a computer screen, like that. So I know something's coming. I know something's coming, don't I? You madam. So then, as Fleur says, we have the knotting awl on the show for £1. The wooden handle, well, none of us can believe this. Nearly half the stock's gone, nearly 200 have gone already. Oh yeah, the code is JBGP95 for a £1 awl. Fleur wanted them, she's already got 2 because somebody's very kindly bought her 2. You can have this entire necklace layout strand. Oh, can I tell you something as well? My brother's 32 this year. My little brother. And I always remember when I was learning how to macrame, he came round my house and he's a typical lad. He's not into jewellery, bless him. He's a bit gruff. Anyway, he came round and I was working with this and he went, what's that? And I said, genuine gemstones. He went, it's all laid out like a necklace. I went, yeah. He said, can I get one for my girlfriend? And that's unheard of for him. And this lovely strand with that beautiful, really over-exaggerated graduation and that necklace layout incentivise the right gruff 31-year-old to buy it instantly for his girlfriend. Now, I think that really quite impressed me, that did.
And I think that'd be, if you did have that as a necklace, that'd be one of those necklaces that you grab for all the time.
Yeah.
Because it's very, I think they're very slimming as well when they're graduated like that.
We like them, don't we, Fleur?
Yeah, you don't want big gemstones around the back of your neck. No, you want nice slimming ones.
And that's the thing. $2.95, and that is a genuine gemstone, a beautiful quartz. Have they nearly gone? Some of them. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We will. Oh, in fact, this will go. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep that up because I'm going to show you because they're going to go together. Okay, get ready. These are going to go quick. I've got a reasonable number, but not that many because if you can get a microfaceted black spinel for under £10, you need to grab it. I lost it then. I went, oh, I've lost it. Microfaceted. Microfaceted doesn't just mean the gemstone is small, as in that, you know, that smaller size. It actually means that there are extra teeny tiny micro facets added to the gemstone. Now, if you do that to a gemstone that is already known in the industry and renowned the world over for being one of the most highly lusterful gemstones on the planet, i.e. luster meaning the way it interacts with light, so it's going to flash and sparkle. So if you're looking for a gemstone that is high in luster, you practically cannot beat a black spinel. But then, if we then go the extra stage further and we actually add these extra micro facets to the gemstone, so it means it's not got the standard number of facets you give to a black spinel, but extra ones on top, the more facets that you add to a gemstone, the more sparkle. It's an equation that you can't get away from. It's fact. Extra facet, extra sparkle. Now, I've got 158 of these. They add up because they're 2x1 mil. And again, if you love seed beading, or if you love the seed bead designs that you see our guest designers doing, but you just think, do you know what? I'm a gemstone addict. I don't want to do seed beads. You could copy some of the designs, but use a 2x1 mil microfaceted black spinel on the same effect.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, with anything like your shibori,
yeah,
you know, your bead embroidery,
yeah,
that kind of thing. You know, you'd have to use a finer needle to go through.
Like a 12 or something that we do, yeah.
Absolutely fine, yeah.
Exactly.
And then you could use these in replacement of those
absolutely.
beads.
Now, have you got any big events? Have you got like I don't know, a ball to go, a charity ball? Yeah? Are you going to a charity ball? Oh, could I? Becky? So if, let's say you're going to a charity ball, let's go, my friend's going to the ballet. You know when you go to the ballet but at the cinema and they do those recordings of like the ballet and the shows and things, but you go to the cinema to see it. It's a bit more dressy. Or you're going to a wedding or a christening or, I don't know, the opera. Yeah, something, you know, a bit posher. How about, or a wedding, or you're going to, I don't know, some sort of charity do, and you go for actually microfaceted black spinel, so you go for the monochrome look to go with, like, you know, like when the men wear a dinner jacket, the black tie. But if you go for these really dressy, beautifully coated, which are shell pearls I've never seen like this before, and these are going to be our star buy for you. You get 2 of them at 8:30 today. Those can actually be better than wearing real pearls because you haven't got to worry about, like today when I came in here, sprayed a bit of shine, sprayed a bit of hairspray, you know, did things like that. Now, if I'd have had my pearls on, I'd have had to take them off because I wouldn't want to damage them. Whereas if I had my shell pearls on, you haven't got to worry about perspiration, perfume, anything like that, have you?
No, not
Cleaning
at all.
materials?
No, they're a lot more hard wearing.
Exactly. So actually, if you're going for an all-day event, like a day at the races with the girls, or I don't know, a jazz do or something, that will last you all day. You're not going to fret.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry if you lose them as well.
Yeah,
because I lose
especially if
things
I had
when
a few
I go to the
sherbets.
races. Yeah, like shoes and handbags and that.
So those shell pearls are coming up for you. They'll also go beautifully with the Labradorite that we did earlier, and that's the lovely thing with black spinel. you can use black spinel with anything we've had on so far. Whether you're going for the quartz, whether you go for the pink opal, the labradorite, anything we've got on the show today, the natural bead nucleated pearls, it will go with everything. Even those lovely quartz that we've just had, look.
Do you know, these are the perfect as well for chainmail designs. On one of the chainmail DVDs that we've got coming up, I've used these down the centre of the alligator back. I think it's actually on the VT as well, if that's played later. It's not on the front. No, it's not on the front, but it is on. I've used it on one of the designs that's actually in the DVD, and also with any chainmail, because they feed in.
And you can talk, because we've got that coming up. I tell you what, Becky, I know we're under 10, mate, but it's the late show. It's expected of us to do something that other people won't, isn't it? We've got that reputation. People, the manager's gone home. It's 25 to 7. There's nobody here now. No chance. So, and also I've got Fleur. Now, Fleur's known for being naughty as well.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, love. So, how about we do a Hoya! Half price.
Brilliant.
Did you like that? Did you like my Miss Piggy impression?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah.
And can I just mention 30 centimetre strand as well? So jam-packed. So Fleur can talk you through, again, you could have those as spacers, you could have those as single strand stacker bracelets, which show no signs of stopping from being massively on trend.
No, I think we're just going to carry on now.
Oh, I think so, because it's such a great look.
That and rose gold. And I know we've got some rose gold jump rings coming up, and those will go beautifully together.
We do actually have some rose gold, we do. Now then, already I've got people like Jane and Angela and everybody and collectors coming in and having 2 each and up in their order to 2 inch. 2 inch? 2 each even. There you go. Don't know what I'm thinking about. But yeah, the lovely thing is, once you've paid your post and packaging with Jewellery Maker, which for mainland UK is only £2.95 a day, you're done. You don't get asked to, what we on today, 26th of Feb?
Yeah.
You won't get asked to pay post and packaging again until the 27th of Feb. I love us lot. We're all like, is it the 26th of Feb? Well, I've no idea. Now listen to this for basketeers. Tracy, collector, Jenny, collector, Kimberly, Julia, Nicole, Bertha, Diane, Carolyn, collector. Shirley's on the phone. Maxine. Hello, my US mum in Tennessee. Hello. Hello. It's a £5.
And you get your pack as well if it's your first one, don't you?
Do you know? It's a good job. She knows my job, innit? Do you know what? She's right, you know. This one over here, £4.95 if you've never bought with us before. Everything you need to start jewellery making is in there. Everything from a manual, a DVD, a set of tools, which is your cutters, your chain nose pliers and your round nose pliers, which is all I use now. I haven't really got any other tools, that's what I use. Beading thread packs and stretchy elastic to make your stretches. There's project cards in there. There's even a little bonus in there that we're not even going to tell you about. If you've never bought from Jewellery Maker before, or you know somebody that has never bought from Jewellery Maker before, get them to get the black spinel, and they'll get that for free.
Do you get Claire McDonald as your free gift?
Well, you kind of do. You kind of do. That wasn't the cheeky bonus I was talking about. Because...
She might not fit in there, though.
No, well, you might with a bit of a squeeze. Yeah. She's far too slim for my liking.
Oh, I know.
Well, we shouldn't be friends with her, really. No. But yes, Claire McDonald, our good friend, is on the DVD. Oh, yeah, she was the SWAT that got chosen out of our guest designers. Were you not available? It's just that I know you two wind each other up. You two wind. I thought I'll just get involved. Claire, I'm only kidding.
She's not.
I am.
Yeah, I was on holiday.
She'll message you in a minute going, oh, you two, leave me alone. Yeah, a £5 now. We only started with 158. How many got left? Right, we started with 158. 111, I think, have gone. So we're between sort of 4. Right then, so we're down to nearly less than 40 of those. I would grab that, and have as many as you like. Don't be polite. Black spinel microfaceted. You will use those so much, and you're never going to waste a single one of those. They're a good way to spend your money. Right then, so they're nearly gone. The all. Can I be a cheeky? Now, if she's going to present from the floor, I'm going to produce and direct from the floor. Thank you. See, I haven't even got to ask. They're so in tune with me, them two in there. Boom, it was in. That's the picture of the wooden handled awl. You read my mind, Ben. That is on the show this evening for £1. £1 coin. But we had 400 and 200 have gone. All right, we're going to show it. We can't physically show it to you because unfortunately we don't have it in the building, but it is in our vault. It is ready to ship to you. We had it to the show late, but we can give that to you this evening for £1. It's a live show price. You won't be able to get that tomorrow because it's going to sell out on the show tonight. Good luck. I'm going to be getting myself one of those. Or two, because you've told me to get two.
You need two.
Can you just explain to me just quickly, why do you need two because I don't get it?
Well, it's one of those tools where you put it in a safe place, as in where you're crafting,
yeah.
And then you want to go for a weekend away or you want to go around to your friend's house and you can't find it. So if you've got one in your craft bag that you take with you and one that's, and at that kind of price, you know,
it's an essential member of your gang.
Yeah, it's
got you.
affordable.
Okay.
If they were like £20, I would sort of like say,
yeah.
You know, if you can have two, that would be lovely, a luxury, but at £1 each.
I've got it.
Yeah, I think two would be brilliant.
It's like when you got like your favourite hairbrush and if they're a decent, you'd always buy a spare, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, just checking. I wasn't sure. It's like I've just put a lovely pair of I like wide-fitted boots. You know, we were talking about this the other day. I went, oh, she put the lovely new boots with the tassel on. And if you find a pair that are really you want two, don't you? If you can afford them. Not that Fleur's boots were £1. They weren't. You can let me try them on. Right then, so we've got these lavender shell. They're a lovely colour, aren't they? I'd put those with those beautiful pink opal we had earlier.
Yes. Yeah.
14 by 9mm on a lavender shell there. In fact, you're thinking those with the shell pearls, actually?
Yeah, put them with the shell pearls, yeah, beautiful. And they're a great shape as well, aren't they? They're a lovely shape for petals and flowers.
Petals of flowers. Well, speaking of Claire MacDonald again, she's known for making flowers, isn't she?
She is, yes.
She's known for it.
Yeah.
She's known for it. Oh! Oh! Again, it's one of those things, isn't it, that we see on the website or we see on the live show at £1.95 and you just think, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Can I see the drill hole?
You can see the drill hole, my lovely girl, because it's actually... It's got, it's got that sort of plastic thread through the centre, so it's quite generous. Look,
because when we do the pearl knotting workshop, we always use like quartzites or something with a larger drill hole to practice.
So these would be great.
Are perfect to practice with as well with your pearl knotting.
So can I just ask then, Fleur, because we're all obsessed about this £1 awl we've got on the show tonight to pearl knot with. You can pearl knot with any of the gemstones. So if you've got a fat bottom. I'm not talking to you now. Bear with me. I'm talking about I'm talking about Fleur. Like, excuse me. How very dare you? If you've got a flat bottom gemstone and a point at the top in a pear drop, you can still pearl knot then.
Yeah, you can pearl.
Doesn't have to be around.
You can knot anything. No, you can knot anything.
Any shape.
Any shape. Yeah, any shape.
Even a bicone.
Yeah, you can pearl knot a bicone. You can pearl. The general rule is if it's under 4mm, you group them in threes because then the knots are bigger than the actual gemstone itself or the bead that you're using.
Okay.
But yeah, no, those look beautiful knotted.
Okay. Shall I just show you with the star by shell pearls? I've never seen shell pearls like these. I think they're so lovely. It's like they're frosted. They're beautiful. I love them.
They're almost like the stardust beads that we've got.
Yeah, exactly that. They're just lovely. Now, those are going to be a star by. 2 strands you'll get as well at 8:30. That's an hour and 3/4. All right, but, oh, lovely. Well done. Now then. I used to sell these when I was a presenter on Gem Collector, when we were part of the Gemporia group. And it's an absolute joy. We've got 9. This is the kind of gemstone that you, and I hope my friend Tony from Essex is watching, because this is the kind of stone that Tony learnt how to prong set. They're not the easiest things to pick up. To prong set into a beautiful ring. Oh, you monkey. You can tell I've been on holiday. I can't remember how to use my tweezers, Fleur. Let's try again.
Back to tweezer school.
Back to tweezer school. Now this is a massive 2.3 carat, glorious, brilliant cut. And it's all about the cut there. Look how open that is. Look at the clarity on that, because you don't normally see clarity like that on Garnet. That, for me, would be set, beautifully prong set, into sterling silver wire to make that red pop. And that is about as red a garnet, because sometimes obviously garnets are all different colours and sometimes they're purple. But if you're looking, so in my mind, when I think of a garnet as my birthstone, I think of a red garnet. Do you, Fleur?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So for me, if you're looking for the quintessential, classical, authentic garnet with the most, and that is natural, it's oval in shape, it's 9.7 at the longest point and 7.75 mil across, and that is some of the best quality garnet we're likely to ever bring you here on Jewellery Maker. And certainly, I'm gonna say that is the largest carat weight garnet we own in our vault. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be, yeah.
Yeah, I think that has got, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you cannot beat that in size. That's got to be our largest. Would you say, Becky? I think so. Yeah, 2.3 carat garnet. Brilliant cut. So what kind of price point are we allowed to go? So it should have been $29.95. $17.95. No, it's all right, because we were in under 10, weren't we? So, yeah, that one can't go under 10. So, $17.95. I do apologise. We've had one sneak in there that we cannot. It should be, let me just mention, $29.95. Okay, so sorry about that. I know we were doing under 10, but and I'm sorry if that's confused anybody. But there is occasionally one that slips in that's been a bit naughty and shouldn't even be in that hour.
But that is a glorious gemstone, an absolute glorious piece of garnet there.
Well, I tell you what, if you set that into sterling silver, into a prong set ring, I think you'd be talking £50 and above.
Yeah, you could quite happily take that to any jewellery establishment that made jewellery and have that set into any precious metal.
That's what I would do for me, because I can't make jewellery like that, so I would probably go to the jewellery quarter and get that professionally set as my birthstone. I certainly don't own a 2.3 carat garnet, nowhere near. So that's what I would do. And the lovely thing is, can I just quickly show you before we move on, you get the gem collector card as well. So you actually get this card that describes everything about it. It's got all the information. So that is, you get your authenticity card, which effectively we would normally charge you 25p for, but you get that included. So that comes there, that comes in there as well. All right. So there you go. Right. Now then, we've got a bit of a treat, because Fleur is known for a lot of things. She's also very well known for her pearls, which we'll be talking about later, but she's also very well known for her chainmail. And got a massive number of followers for both mediums as well as others. So what we thought we'd do is, as we've got Fleur, we'd step it up a notch and we would give you some rose gold plated 925 sterling silver, very special jump rings as your next star buy. Right then. Do you know, I've got to say, Fleur, just recently I bought a little pack of sterling silver jump rings. And I've only ever had the kind of 150-piece brass findings that we used to have in our original kits and things, and that we give away in the a starter pack. And the difference in working with sterling silver jump rings is really quite massive, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. It's like, well, the core strength of them is completely different. So sterling silver is a lot more malleable. You know, if you open a sterling silver one and then go to a brass one, it's almost like you really struggle to open it, because that core tension in the brass is a lot harder. But these are very, very, very strong when they are put back together, because sterling silver is a strong metal as well.
And what I've found is when I've actually, because I've simply been getting some of our sterling silver chains, getting out one of our 5mm jump rings in sterling silver and adding, let's say, the Baltic Green Amber Owl, which I did for my niece before I went away, and for my neighbour, because they're both into Harry Potter. And when I just opened it, and I'm a novice, still learning, and opened it and closed it, I tried to sort of turn it round to see if I could see to see if I'd shut it properly. Couldn't find the joint.
No, you won't.
Actually couldn't find it. I thought, well, I've obviously shut it all right then, because I couldn't find it. And I proper looked as well. So they are a joy. And Fleur will say, because Fleur can get through 3,000 a week when she's on a roll, can't you? More. How many's your max?
I think the most I've used in a week is over 10,000. When I was I made 2 really big pieces.
Over 10,000 jump rings?
Yeah, and I had to cut them all as well. They're all hand cut.
Oh no, you are kidding. Because that's the thing, when it says open, I'm sorry if I'm teaching the more experienced jewellery makers to suck eggs, obviously, I'm sorry about that, but obviously we're all new at some point. But with those jump rings there, they're already precision cut, so the idea is you don't have to cut into them, all the work is done. So we've got 6mm and 7mm. Now, again, if you've got any questions at all about a jump ring, I can't imagine that there's practically anything that this lady doesn't know about a jump ring. So if you want to text in, sorry for challenging you there, Flo, but I'm very confident in that statement, 60777. You can start your message with JM Studio and it'll come through to us, and then just start your message. Or you can live message through the JewelleryMaker.com website when you're logged in, or you can do it anonymously. You don't have to put your name to it if you don't want to. Or go onto the Jewellery Maker app. That's free as well, and you can message through there as well. All right, so whatever you fancy. And if you've got any questions about chainmail, but Fleur, you've told us that, you know, when you need different sizes of jump rings, hence why we've got 6 and 7mm there, to change the number of weaves that you can do.
Yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of weaves out there, and they all have different sizes and different aspect ratios for whatever look that you're going for.
Yeah.
So, you know, you may be able to do a Byzantine in like 4 different sizes of jump rings, and it gives you a completely different look to what you know it says in the textbook, if you like. So to be able to get different sizes of jump rings means that you can facilitate more weaves as well. But also as well, when you've got this kind of beautiful jump ring, and we do a lot of the slider bracelets, you know, you may want that kind of just to attach your gemstone into the middle of your slider bracelet.
Exactly.
So by having the 6mm, obviously it's a smaller smaller jump ring, not as obvious, if you like, as like a 7mm jump ring.
And that's the thing, you know, we talk about the fact that, you know, chainmail, but whether you do chainmail or not, the chances are almost every time, I'm a bit of a sweeping statement, I grant you, but, you know, if you're using earrings or you're making a bracelet with a clasp on the end, a lobster claw or a trigger clasp or anything like that, or you're making earrings, necklace, you're going to need jump rings. So whether you like chainmail, I don't do chainmail, but I've got packs and packs of jump rings, and I use them probably every piece, apart from stretchy, I use them in every piece of jewellery I make.
They look lovely just as spacers in stretches and in that kind of thing.
Can we flash your bracelet?
Yeah.
Fleur will tell you, and unless something's overtaken it, when she does her open studio days, am I right in thinking that you said that was one of your best sellers?
My stretchy bracelets,
with the jump rings in between?
Yeah, I will probably sell for every one piece of chainmail, I'll probably sell 3 or 4 stretches.
Okay. So there you go. Again, any gemstone, just put your jump ring in between, and that's the look that you get. And it looks, just by adding that jump ring, it really changes the perceived value of the stretchy. Massively. So there you go. So I have got here 6mm and 7mm, 6mm, and they're all rose gold plated. Where did you put that price in? Okay, I'm going to hand across to Fleur, because Fleur buys jump rings way more than I do. At $4.95 for sterling silver rose gold plated, 10 of each. Good?
I don't think you'd be able to buy the wire.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to buy the wire, and you certainly wouldn't be able to buy the £20 an hour that I charge to cut jump rings. And you know, and then you've got to tumble them, and you've got 2 precious metals there as well. And to find 2 precious metals in a jump ring is very, very difficult. You find gold filled,
or tone, or gold overlay, and all that. Yeah,
they all have their own place. You know, gold filled will have its place, and sterling silver, rose gold on sterling silver also has its place. Yeah, but I've never found 2 precious metals together in a jump ring before.
I remember the first time you told me that, and I did some research, because Flo was saying, you know, they make out as though it's sterling silver underneath, but it actually isn't, or silver tone, or this. And I started doing that, so you're absolutely right, and it's quite worrying, because as long as you know what you're buying, like Flo says, there's a place for everything, but you just need to make sure that you know what you're getting, I think, and it can be quite confusing, I think.
I think there's lots of different metals out there that can be quite confusing.
Exactly, but these are 2 precious metals, gold plated and 95 sterling silver. Can I just mention though, we only had 100 to start with, and I got most of you buying 2s and 3s. Over half the availability's gone on that one, so good luck on that. Really good deal. Do you want to sneak one more in? Oh, gosh, there's a lot there.
Do you know these two next deals that are coming up?
Yeah.
You can do nearly everything on the DVD.
On the Chainmail DVD? Really?
Apart from the dragon scale. That's the only one you can't do.
Okay, and we'll do the DVD in the next hour. Okay. Right, so we've got a Chainmail DVD coming up, which is this one here. So apart from the one where it says the dragon...
Dragon scale's the only
Dragon
one you can't
scale,
do
thank you, yep.
with these next two deals. Well, these next two jump rings.
Okay, but with all the others, you can make every other on the Chainmail, and we'll do that in the next hour for you. So now this is the size that I use. You can tell me if I'm wrong here, actually, Flo, because I'd be quite interested. When I attach to a sterling silver chain of Jewellery Maker and I add a charm or a Baltic amber owl or wishbone charm, leaf charm, I'm getting the 5mm jump rings. Is that right?
Yeah, because they are a mechanism then. They're not the star of the show.
Exactly.
They're just a connector between the two elements, so you want the smallest one that you
So
can
I
get.
actually got it right.
Yeah. Well, it's your design, you know.
Yeah, it's personal preference, I suppose,
You're always right if it's your design.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Oh, yes, sometimes next time when somebody says to me, oh, that's not right, I can go, well, Fleur says I'm always right for my design.
If you're the designer, it's always right.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I like that. I might keep that. Now, the thing is, it says 200. Now, am I right in thinking, though, that that's 400? Because in that pile there, there's 200. And in that pile there, there's 200. So if you put them all together, that'd be 400 jump rings. But there's only 50. Now, they are silver-plated, copper underneath. Okay, 50 only. Whether you do... Now, can you chainmail with a 5mm?
Yeah.
Yes. So you can chainmail with a 5mm as well. Oh, hang on. What are you mouthing at me? What are you having a strop out over there?
Because I'm at $4.95.
Oh, can I just tell you that I was sitting there, she was over there going, I'm going, what? I'm thinking, you know, you think, what have I got something down me? What am I doing? She's going, and she went, I want them at $4.95. Do you know what?
That's crazy.
Get yourself out of here, quick.
It's crazy.
Go on, go and get yourself. She's got the all. So I want them. I want them. Oh, hang on. Yeah, go, Fleur. Go, run, Forrest. She's gone. No, also, stay out there, Fleur. As long as you come back for the demo, you're fine. I also have the 7mm silver-plated jump rings coming up after the break, and the Chainmail DVD if you fancy Chainmail. And I know a couple of my friends have recently learned how to do a Byzantine bracelet in Chainmail, and they've both absolutely raved about it. Katie and lovely Laura DeLu. Please join us after the break for the 7mm jump rings.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Hello and welcome back. Good evening to The Late Show. From The Late Show, you're watching The Late Show.
That was brilliant.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Never linked like that. I thought that was good. Didn't know where it was going myself, quite frankly. This lady here is called Flirtastic. Aren't you?
I think so.
Huh? You just put another layer of lipstick on out there.
No.
Is that stayed? Why does yours stay on and mine doesn't? Do you think I'm talking too much? Don't
This is
answer.
on.
Is it still there?
Yeah, it's still there, yeah.
Right, the good news is, this young lady here, I'm guessing, because I'm learning, I've been here 3 years, I can tell from that board she's going to teach us about chainmail. I can tell. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Are you impressed?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Now, in the break, Fleur did race out after she had a little moment going, oh, I want them. She's gone out and got the 5mm. You might need to escape.
Well, I've put the trainer gate across now, so I can't get out. I've blocked myself in. It's all right, though.
Okay.
It was the 5mm I really needed.
Oh, okay, so we're all right then. That's okay. She's got them. I think the 5mm have sold out, haven't they? Thank you. Sorry, I hate that
If
we
you
have to
hadn't
readjust.
told me beforehand, I would have had them all.
Okay. Yeah, she would have practically had them all. Yes, it's a good job we didn't tell her. Now, the only thing is, double trouble, and that's just this one. The good news is we now have the 7mm. What size jump ring do you reckon you use the most? Was that too sweeping a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use them all equally.
Okay.
My favourite family of weaves are Persian weaves, and they use the 7mm. So
Oh, okay.
if I could only choose one, then I may have to choose the 7mm.
Oh, that's interesting then. So this is your 7mm. Again, you can see that they're already, we've magnified the view of those. Oh gosh, we've only got 45, sorry about that. But you can see in the silver plated, you can even see, look, that you can just see the opening there at about sort of 5 o'clock. No, oh, hang on, you're getting the Fleur's not happy with you.
Not happy.
Oh.
Not happy.
Oh, she's shaking it. Right, they're going to go in about, I'll give it 15 seconds, if that. And I'll tell you what, if Fleur did not need to be sat here waiting for a demo, they would have gone already.
They would. I would have had them all of them.
She would. She'd have had the lot. Because you could get through them in no time at all.
Oh, yeah.
Those 400.
And that, if you take something like a half Persian 4 in one bracelet, it takes 100 chainmail, 100 jump rings, about £35 for that bracelet. So I can make 4 bracelets from that.
From that fiver?
Yeah, and a little bit of your time, obviously, and a clasp. But, you know, we've got some beautiful silver-plated copper clasps. Yeah, that's what I mean. I would have had them all.
I generally didn't know you could make that much.
Yeah.
Do you do lessons at your house?
That's why I love chainmail so much.
Yes, sorry, I was just... Oh, they're different. Oh, they're the pearl ones, aren't they? Oh, I like them. I'm not going to... I would normally start with the watch. Can we start with them, Fleur?
Yeah.
Shall we do that? Is that all right?
Yeah. So we've got the new sizes in these ones.
Oh, is this outer and inner diameter again?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you explain... No, I'll go through the sizes. And then if you can talk us through
no problem.
what that means, because by my reckoning here, there's 200 in each pile, there's 5 piles, so there's 1,000 jump rings on this in this kit. And what I'm going to show you is I'll talk you through the sizes, and then Fleur's going to explain why they're different, because I'll read the size and you'll go, oh, that sounds normal. But there is a certain subtle difference between the inner diameter and the outer diameter. So in the pearl coloured, I like these, in the pearl coloured copper jump rings, so instead of having the silver plating over the top, you've got that beautiful pearl colour, which is just lovely. And I would think that'd be quite unisex as well. Yeah, and quite bridal.
Definitely bridal.
Definitely bridal. We have actually got 600 in these, because there's 200 in the 5mm, 200 in the 6mm and 200 in the 7mm. Are these the different sizes?
Yes, so these, the pearl coloured jump rings, so this, if we just take
of course,
one of these jump rings.
One of these,
And then one of these. If I lift this one up.
Okay, let's do it together. Okay, teamwork.
Oh, hang on. There we go.
Okay.
So these are both classed as 5mm jump rings.
Oh God, but they look so different.
They're very, very different, because the one that I'm holding in the pliers is a 5mm inner diameter. So technically your silver jump ring will fit inside roughly this one.
And that's the outer.
And this is the silver one is the outer diameter.
And that's our normal standard ones.
Yes, so the reason why there are 2 different sizes, and they will very, very soon all become a uniform size, as in they will all be done on the inside diameter.
Okay.
So it will always change. It is going to change. So traditionally, before I started at Jewellery Maker, and Chainmail was done, but probably once a month or something like, we were buying jump rings as a bullion dealer would buy jump rings. So a jewellery designer needs to know the outside diameter of a jump ring to finish off a chain. So they don't need to know the inner diameter. They need to know that it is in keeping with that chain. So if it's a 5mm outer diameter, they know that the outer edge will be 5mm, so they can judge which chain it will look the best on. So we've always bought them on an outer diameter, the same as any bullion dealer that sells jump rings on the outer diameter. But for chainmail, we always use the inner diameter. And the inner diameter helps you sort of work out your aspect ratio, which is all explained on the DVD that we've got coming up. So when we had these new coloured jump rings made, and we asked for 5, 6, 7 and 9, they made them on the inner diameter, and so you add 2mm either side, so one either side, and that creates your outer diameter jump ring. But I just don't want people to get confused that if they can think that they could do a gems pin linkage with this one, which is a 5mm. You can't do it with this one, which is also classed as a 5mm, but this is a 5mm inner diameter. But it does mean we've got a new size.
So that means we are actually, because we've got 5, 6 and 7, we're actually doing 7, 8 and 9mm to what we would normally think. Okay.
So you've got if you think about it, you've got 3, 5, 2 lots of 5, 6 and...
Got you. Oh gosh, that is brilliant then, isn't it?
We have got some fabulous sizes there.
So these are our more, what you and I would know as more regularly as your 5 and 7mm, and there's 200 of each in the silver plated copper. In the pearl colour, as we've said there, is the different sizes where we've actually, although it says 5, 6 and 7, it's actually 7, 8 and 9mm.
And it does explain that on the front of the packets.
Brilliant.
It is all the information's on the front of the packets down to the wire diameter and the inner diameter.
Fab. Fab. So that's 1,000. Now, 1,000 jump rings. Now, I've been hearing about these. It's the first time I've seen them because I've been away for a week. I'm thinking for Mother's Day, this would be perfect. And this is your fashion hanging watch face round with white rhinestone sparkle. 24mm diameter, 7mm thickness, and that is just beautiful. These are making a big comeback, aren't they, these kind of watches as well?
They are. You could actually make sort of like a watch chain, like a pocket watch.
Well, well, if anybody watches that wonderful programme like Peaky Blinders, that other programmes are obviously available, but i.e. Jewellery Maker. But Tommy wears and they all wear, but he very much so wears the pocket watch on the chain, and and these are. I remember when we first had a watch face actually, Linda Brunwell set it into an asymmetric design, and it looked fantastic in a necklace.
They'd look really good as well with the brooch pins that we do, with the loops on that kilt pins. You could attach it into one of those as well.
I used to have a kilt. Little short kilt pleated with a
I
kilt
had
pin,
one
and they were
as
really
well.
on trend for a bit, weren't they?
Did you have a vest stitched onto
Yeah,
it? So
yeah.
like, was it underdress? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's an image none of you needed, wasn't it? Sorry. We're going back to our youth there. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful watch design. Again, that would look quite fashion statement on a torque necklace as well, wouldn't it? Or on a lovely choker, or as Fleur just said, on a beautiful brooch pin as well. Really pretty. So for those of you that would love to know the time, but you don't necessarily want to wear it on your wrist all the time, that would be a great alternative.
Yeah,
I like that. Really, really like that. So you get the watch face, you get 1,000 jump rings, and that sparkle on that watch face because of those white rhinestones is superb. You're going to get all of this 1,000 jump rings. I love the effect of those pearl colour, Fleur.
Well, that's pearl and silver stacked together.
Oh.
Can I bring that?
Yeah,
over?
please do.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I want to take it out of shop, but you can really see that one catches that a little bit like those beautiful shell pearls that we've got coming out. So one catches the light, one's sort of like white and reflective, and one is just like satin.
And what weave is that?
This is a box weave.
That is beautiful.
But it's they do create a beautiful effect when they're together. I think these are the most. I mean, the colours are beautiful, jump rings. I like all the colours, but these are the most subtle and the most grown up. I think.
I think grown up. I think stylish, luxury, and I think, as you said, the most subtle two-tone effect you could ever hope for.
Yeah, definitely.
How much did you sell that for, if you don't mind me sounding crass?
This one would be about £35 again. Most of the chainmail plated jump ring pieces that I sell are about.
And do they sell well, chainmail?
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a. I like that. Oh yeah.
Because I know that I'm probably one of the only ones when I go to my events that sells chainmail.
Okay, so you've got that USP as well.
You're a little bit more of a niche market.
Yeah. Great. And as Fleur will happily, she won't mind me saying this.
Can I just say as well, I did set the time on the watch. Can you see it?
Oh, do you know what? I was just looking at yours then, thinking, I'm sure she said, is that the right time? And she's absolutely right.
Time. Yeah.
She's. I haven't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Unlimited talent. I can set a watch.
The thing is as well, and Fleur will not mind me saying this, she's not going to go, oh, you. Despite all of the years' experience that Fleur has got when it comes to chainmail, if she teaches you to make chainmail and you watch the DVD and you follow it the same, your piece will look like Fleur's.
Exactly the same.
You don't mind me saying that,
no, not at all. If 50 people did them and lined them up, you would never know whose was whose.
And that's the great thing about it. You don't look at, you don't look at yours and then watch somebody that's really good at something and yours just doesn't quite, hit the mark. It will with chainmail, and that's the great thing. And that's a good confidence booster as a jewellery maker, isn't it?
It really is. And don't be put off by the fact that it looks complex, because it really isn't. Once you break it down into bite-sized chunks, there are weaves out there that are highly complex. And, that's a challenge that you can have with yourself. Yeah. And I always say, if you want to do something, if you want to learn something, nothing will stop you. Right. So, if you want to learn chainmail, whichever weave you start with, like I say, there's hundreds out there, whichever weave you start with, you are an artisan jeweller because you've made a chainmail piece of it.
Yeah. Okay, right then. So, oh my goodness me, we had a feeling that might go very well. Did we have a volume, did we? Did we have a volume of the kits? Oh, okay, not the biggest amount, and we will be bringing you two of Fleur's. One is a project and one is lots of techniques. We've got 2 DVDs of Fleur's coming up for you as well. So if you are thinking, well, it's great that I'm getting a demo now with Fleur, and that's fantastic, but for me, I need more than that. Yeah. More than a demo. Yeah. I like to learn at my own pace because I also think it doesn't put you under pressure then as well.
That's it. Yeah, you can stop and start with the DVDs as well, and you've got the sizes in the jump ring in the kit as well that will go with the DVD.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now we've had a message in from our lovely Suzette. She says, Fleur, your jewellery as ever is gorgeous. Aww. She says, love that watch face. Not made anything for ages, but now baby grandson Jake is here. I'll get back to... Oh, has he arrived?
Yes, he's beautiful.
Isn't he?
Yeah, so a picture of him on Facebook. Oh. Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah.
Oh, she needs to have a round of applause. Oh.
Thank you, Suzette. That's really lovely. Suzette made me the most beautiful necklace as well.
Oh, really?
Beautiful, with a big, big pearl and then a beautiful butterfly wing of chainmail above it.
Oh,
really, really nice. Absolutely gorgeous. And a jadeite.
Oh, you've done well there, haven't you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, Oh, Tina says, if it wasn't for Fleur, I would have given up ages ago on Chainmail. Thank you for your inspiration.
Thank you. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Chainmail's such a difficult thing I find to get from a book.
Yeah.
Some things are very easy to get from a book, and some.
Yeah.
I know that people fall into different learning styles, but I think Chainmail's one of those ones with all these amazing camera angles that we can get and how we can get really close in and sort of like show it in every angle. It just helps so much to sort of like demystify Chainmail.
Yeah, and I think, as you say, when I've watched you, I think a lot of the mediums that we've got, I think, as you say, that I'm very much a visual. I need to see it.
Yeah, I am.
I can't go from text.
Yeah, it's like, if Mark says to me, this, I said, no, you've got to show me.
You've got to show me.
Show me.
I'm exactly the same.
Don't tell me, because I don't understand it.
Yeah,
if you
I'm
don't,
totally the same. Now, Fleur said, she was not kidding, the pearls in her kits, not only are they a big long length, a whole metre, they're big. They're big mamas.
They are. They are.
They really are. By anybody's stretch of the imagination.
I bet that mollusk couldn't wait to get rid of those.
Oh, but it couldn't have, but it was like, oh, thank goodness for that. Oh, I can breathe again. Now, these are divine. It's a metre of beautiful freshwater cultured pearls. Size-wise, they are, if I've got the right one here, 11 by 10 mil. 11 by 10 mil on those. And I'm just going to check. Have you got the stats on those pearls for me, sweetie? I'm just checking here. Don't worry. Wanted to check. They're natural. That's what I wanted to check. Sorry, lovely. They are absolutely natural. Now, Fleur, I'm going to ask you the favour, and you know what I'm going to ask you while I show the sterling silver, don't you? Do you fancy having a count?
Yeah,
Do you mind?
I'll count them.
Do you mind, lovely girl?
I can only count to 20 though. Oh, that's if I take my boots off.
Is that if you take your boots off? Okay. Ben, can you come and lend your feet and your hands to Fleur? That's what you'd think, wouldn't you? That's what you'd think. Kerry's giving me the stats in my ear now. We're going to see if the maths add up to what we think they should be. We're also going to give you a very different sterling silver findings kit. Now, this sterling silver findings kit is beautiful. It really, really is lovely. It's 20 piece, but you get this lovely chain, and the chain is an extended chain, and it's 20 centimetres in length. Okay, so this isn't your usual 20-piece findings pack. It's slightly different. You get the chain, which is beautiful, and this is 925 sterling silver. You also get, which is wonderful, this beautiful clasp, and that there is. Can I just double check? Is it what I think it is? Hang on a second. Yeah, silver ball 8 mil. That's what I wanted to check. Silver ball 8 mil clasp. Now you could use that as a feature at the front of the pearl necklace, couldn't you?
You can, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that would be. If I didn't have the watch on the necklace, I would have.
That's what you would use at the front, because that makes that nice and easy. Also, a variation of clasp we've got is a toggle clasp. Also got your head pins, your standard beautiful ball head pins as well. And we've got the ever useful sterling silver shepherd hooks, very posh. Oh, they're very, look at the drop on those.
This is the first time I've had this findings kit.
Is it?
Yeah, this is a new
actually, isn't it?
Yeah, and those little daisy spaces, I've just used
Well,
them.
I'm just going to, show you.
They're absolutely
They're
beautiful.
lovely. I'm going to tell you now, we started, and Fleur will back me up here, when we first had our 150-piece sort of brass findings, we used to do a pack of these flower spacers, and I put them in stretchy bracelets. They are my favourite finding, these daisy little they are.
They're just lovely. They just give something else, because I just use them on the top of the pearl. It just gives it that little bit of sparkle before you get to that pearl.
Exactly. You've used it actually almost as like a bead cap, haven't you? Yeah. And they're lovely. So you get 2 of those as well, and you get the open jump rings. Just double checking they are open, but they look like they're open. Yep, 5 mil, 3 of those, and you get your 3 crimps, and you get your 3 generous crimp covers as well. Actually, I apologise. It's 4 crimps and 4 crimp covers. Sorry about that. I couldn't add up then. So that's a brand new 20-piece findings kit, which is just lovely. How many did we
guess?
100. 100 more or less.
Higher.
102, 103, 105.
No.
103,
No.
104.
Yeah.
104. Right then, there you go. So, and that's the thing. And Kerry was quite right in our ear. She said, well, if it's a metre and they're the size that you said, which is 11 by 10, well, shouldn't there be 100? But again, it's an organic gemstone and it's natural, so you can't say that's what it will be, because you can't assume, yeah, you can't. She's technically right in what she said, but you know, it's nice to know how many you're getting. Now, you might get 104, you might get 102, you might get 103, you might get 100. But the idea is, obviously, they're an organic, genuine, freshwater cultured pearl. We've counted, or Fleur has very kindly counted, 104, which is oh my goodness me,
wow.
That's including the silver.
With your £1 all,
yeah,
and £2 worth of silk, which is what the cards
yeah,
are, you can create a £100 necklace with these pearls and just one of those clasps.
So either the toggle or the 8mm clasp there.
Yeah. And a little bit of French wire.
I'll just put those in so you can see them. Sorry. So the toggle bar clasp and either that clasp there, little bit pack of the silk that Fleur likes to work with. The awl, which is on pre-order right now, which is a code JBGP95. We've got a wooden-handled awl. Is £1. Sorry. Oh, is that Nikki? Nikki, yes, please. Nikki, yes, please. Yes, please, Nikki. Yes, please. Nikki saying, do you want one thing? Yes, please. Yes, please. So
they would be £25.
So these earrings here, which has got the sterling silver space, the sterling silver shepherd hook, a sterling silver head pin, and 2 of the pearls, £30. Did you say? So 25. 25. Sorry, £25.
And that's two pearls.
2 pearls, and we've got 102 left. So that's another 51 pairs you could make.
Yep. Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
But brilliant.
Yep. It is that is. I think that's the best pearl kit, like the comprehensive pearl kit.
Yeah.
Other than, like I say, your silk. But you may not want to put them on silk. You may want to put them on your is it beadle on 49 and your beading thread.
Yeah.
You may want to
and
put
the
them on
flex
that.
right.
You know,
all
you've
those,
still it's still a pearl
Yeah.
necklace that you've made there with sterling silver findings.
Absolutely. Can I just check how many of the pearl awls are left? Okay, we'll have a check. We'll have a check later in a moment for you, but we had 400 of these wooden-handled beading awls, which is Fleur's favourite tool to use when you build pearl knotting.
It is, yeah.
So, there you go. Can we just get another sense check on price of those earrings, those lovely chainmail earrings?
The chainmail earrings probably about the same, about £20, £15–20, because that's obviously it's a copper core.
Yep.
So about £15. Quite happy with that.
I've got to say, the potential on this, with those jump rings, with these, is actually really, I mean, not just like we're playing at it making a bit of pocket money. I mean, this is real business potential.
Yeah. Look, those 3 bracelets, if you said to even it out, £30 each, that's £90 in bracelets, and I've used 1 pearl from the second kit. You know, the necklace here, £50 for this necklace. You know, it's quite chainmail heavy.
Yeah.
And the one with a watch on there, again, another £50.
So big bucks.
Yeah. If you were to, I mean, you would be able to make more money if you did sort of like single pairs of earrings.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you've got a few more findings to buy with that as well. But as
Yeah.
a comprehensive kit, you know, you would get your money back from just from this one kit, from one piece of jewellery.
I mean, realistically, that's the first time I've seen that sterling silver findings kit myself. So that's brand new to me, brand new to you. So that's lovely in itself to get the extended chain, the 2 variations of clasp, 4 crimps, 4 crimp covers, 3 jump rings, and the 2 daisy, beautiful daisy little treats, and the 4 head pins as well, and those 2 clasps is incredible. But to then get, well, Fleur counted 104 natural as well. So they're not bleached in any way, shape or form. You've got, and the thing is, I've read considerably, is that when you have pearls, every time they go up a millimetre, and the average is about 5–6 mil, every time your pearl goes up a 1 mil in size, it adds about 20% to the price point. So if you think it's gone from a 5 to a 6, to a 6 to a 7, to a 7 to an 8, to an 8 to a 9, to a 9 to a 10, to a 10 to 11 there, that's going up 20% each time. We're giving a whole metre of pearls there for £34.95, which in itself is phenomenal. But to throw in that brand new sterling silver 20-piece findings kit as well for £34.95, knockout. In fact, can you write that code down for that kit for me, just in case there's any left when I come off, please? Because I am having that. And Nikki, thank you. What are you going to demo, Fleur?
I'm going to demo these lovely, they're like half starbursts. So on the Chainmail pendants DVD, I do the starbursts. But what I wanted to do is create like a nice scalloped look to it.
I was just going to say, it looks like a scallop.
It does. It looks really. I think it's really lovely. So I just thought I'm going to show you how to just sort of like make these lovely.
Yeah.
These lovely scallops here. And if you got the extra 5mm jump rings from earlier and the 7mm, you can
the ones
make
that you
even
got.
more of them. Yeah. Yeah. And they are very, very easy as well. This is a beginner's project, so yours will look exactly the same. If you've never made chainmail before, this is a beginner's project as
Brilliant.
well.
Fantastic.
So we're going to use the 9mm and the 5mm. So your largest pearl coloured jump ring and the smallest silver plated jump ring. Okay. So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to take one of our open large jump rings and we're going to add on 14 small
gosh, that's a lot.
jump rings. Okay, so we've got 14 on there. If you want to make them even less, you can take 2 off there and put 12 on there, but have a little play with the amount that you've got on there.
Yeah.
If you're using different sizes jump rings, then obviously have a little play around, but the technique is exactly the same and it's going to work exactly the same whichever size jump rings you're going to use. So we're going to close this jump ring up now. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, this is what it's going to look like when we're finished in the larger size. Okay. So it's literally just like, they look like little starbursts, little sort of like chrysanthemums, and it's got 2 names. It's whichever name you want to remember it by. So very, very simple. I'm going to push all the jump rings to the top of my my larger jump ring here. Now these are really large jump rings, so it's not going to behave the same way as it does when you've got the correct size jump rings. It's a lot easier in the correct size jump rings. So what I'm going to do is going to take my first open 5mm jump ring and I'm just going to pick up 2 off that central circle.
Okay.
So you can see there, it's just going to sit down there and it's just going to sit on the underneath. My next jump ring that I'm going to add in, I always take my last jump ring that I've just added and I'm going to add 1 more to the little sequence. Okay. And I'm going to pick up, making sure that this jump ring stays on top of that previous green jump ring. All I'm going to pick up is the second jump ring. If I pick it up, it'd be a lot easier for me to try and scoop them up. So I'm going to pick up the second jump ring and the new number 3 jump ring that I've just added. Okay. And close. And now that one is now sitting on top, so you can see that they're sitting on top of each other. So my next jump ring, bring the next jump ring down. Again, keeping them all in sequence, and it's easy to keep them in sequence when they're in the correct size, because all you need it to do is make sure that it sits on top of the previous jump ring that you've just added, and close. You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
I think so.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It really is as simple as that. Sometimes you don't have to do the really, really sort of like intricate weaves to have a real wow factor with chainmail. Just make sure, now this is one of the weaves that you really have to make sure that your jump rings are closed properly. Okay. Because you don't want them to scratch, because it's going to lay flat. They don't tend to spin around as much when they lay flat, not like they do in like a Byzantine and a box weave, where if one's not done up as well as it could be, it can get a little bit hidden within the weave. These do have to make sure that you are, and so it's a really good one for practicing closing up your jump rings. So with the next one that I do, I'll show you how to correctly close your jump ring. So if I just lay that down, and I'll just show you there that they are now all just stacked on top of each other, and you can see there, if I just push that one over there, and that one goes underneath. So these ones are all stacking up, like going up the stairs, the same as these are as well. So you both go in the same way. Yep. So when we're going to open and close a jump ring, so if I just take one of these jump rings. Now whichever 2 pairs of flat jawed pliers you want to use, that's entirely up to yourself. So you can use your chain nose, you can use your flat nose. I've got a pair of bent nose pliers and a pair of chisel nose pliers here, but again, it's doesn't matter as long as they're not round.
But they are your 2 favourites, aren't they?
These are my 2 favourites, that I like to use, because they're, for me as a chainmailer, they're very versatile. They're a very versatile plier. Don't use, like I tried to use yesterday, your flush cutters, because they don't actually close the jump ring.
Well, do you know what I was using?
Cut it in half.
Yeah, and do you know what I was using that was distorting my jump rings? My round nose.
Yeah, don't use your round nose.
I couldn't work out why I kept ruining it.
Yeah, the thing with the round nose, with a conical nose plier, you will slip off of it and you won't get that purchase on it.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
If you have only got round nose pliers, if I can find mine, because
that's what I found, because I was using the starter pack, because I got the chain nose and I got the round nose. I was holding it with the chain nose and I was opening it with the round nose and I was ruining it.
If you've only got them, put them right down into the jaw of that plier. So I would never advocate doing chainmail with round nose pliers, but if it's just one that you need to open and you can't find any more, or you haven't got any more pliers, if it is just one for an opening, then put it right into the bottom, but you will feel that it spins around onto there.
Okay, thank you for that, because I was definitely struggling.
So when we're opening a jump ring, so it's very important that you open the jump ring towards you with your dominant hand. So I never say left hand and right hand, because it can be quite confusing. If I say I'm right-handed and somebody's watching that's left-handed, they think that it doesn't apply to them. So if I say non-dominant and dominant hand, so this is my dominant hand. Okay, so for me it's my right hand, so I'm going to hold my jump ring in my non-dominant hand. I'll just move that out of the way so you can see. So I'm holding it in my non-dominant hand, and you can see that I've got quite a lot of that jump ring in those pliers. So I'm stabilising it. It's not going to bend at all. Okay. I'm now going to bring in my dominant hand pliers about 3 o'clock, and I'm going to open it towards me. Now it's not open very far, you can see, but that is enough to be able to scoop up a jump ring. Now the reason why you open towards you is that this end now is pointing away from me, so when I go to weave it into a design, it will follow the natural route going in. So if I were to show you on here, it's going to follow the natural route going in. So you can see it was very easy, it goes in, there's no sort of like dexterity issues from me. If I was to open it the other way and do exactly the same, I've now got this end facing towards me, so I now have to distort my wrist and catch them this way round. Now, a lot of people will have learnt that way, and that's fine, but what you've got to remember when you're doing lots and lots of chainmail is you've got to protect your wrists, because you know, too much over movement of them and you're really going to damage your wrists as well. So always open it towards you. The other reason why you open it towards you is when you open towards you, you never open straight towards you. You always actually open towards your opposite shoulder. So you're going in a very, very slight diagonal line. And a lot of people, when you hear people talk about chainmail, they'll talk about an audible click when the two ends go back together. They'll say that's a really good jump ring if it makes a click. What makes a click is that you've actually very, very slightly crossed these wires over. So when you push it back, it makes that little click. So it means that they're actually going face to face, and they're going to close nice and neat, and that's what makes the click. It's because you've opened it very slightly towards you, and if it's opened that way, when you close it, it's going to go back on the same tangent, if you like, slightly diagonally away. Catch the end of that jump ring. Yeah, you can hear it then, can't you? Catch it, and then all you're going to do is go behind the sort of like end of the jump ring, and then back towards it, and you've got your perfect closure on your jump ring.
Can I ask you one more question? Sorry, really quick, because I know we're against the clock. Would you open the jump ring in exactly the way you just said, whether you were chainmailing or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just so, it's a lot easier, and I think things with certain jewellery mediums, there's no disciplines in them. It's not like you have to learn it that way because something terrible will happen. But it's just good practice. Good practice. Then, because down the line, if you decide now that chainmail's not for you, but then in 6 months' time you think, I'm going to have a go. If you've learned the correct, a bit like learning to drive, isn't it? You know, you always push and pull the steering wheel rather than cross your hands over now. But we all know how we should do it. Yeah. But sometimes you do take a little bit of a, you know,
shortcut.
Yeah. I still don't get the pushing and pulling, but
I don't do that. But I do drive at 10 to 2.
Do you?
All the time now. Ever since Chris Evans said something on the motorway, he had an accident, and he said the only reason he was okay was because he drove at 10 to 2, and I always now drive at 10 to 2. Always. You know, when you... Yeah. Because I used to drive with what? Constantly. Always 2 on the wheel now.
I used to hook my thumbs
I don't do that anymore either.
And I had a blowout on the motorway, and that... Did you? Yeah, it nearly dislocated my thumbs.
Because they say about breaking your... if you drive with your thumbs in it, so I don't do that either. So all these little techniques you learn.
So I'm just going to put these last few in, and then all I'm going to show you really quickly is how you would connect the two together. So all I'm doing is taking one jump ring from the sort of like the piece that I've already woven in. So I'm taking the very last one in that line and bringing the next one down, and making sure that they are just stacked the correct way. Now sometimes if you drop it on the floor, one of them may decide to flip on the inside. Before you give up on it, just lay it down and just give it a little tap, and you'll see where the problem is. It's just sometimes they can be a little bit mischievous, jump rings.
I bet you quite like that about them though, don't you?
Sometimes we have stern words, very stern
I
words.
can just picture that as well.
Did you not hear about the time when my husband Mark, was off work, and I said to him, "Why have you not come in and sort of like said hello?" And he said, "Because you were on the phone." I said, "I haven't been on the phone." He said, "Well, who have you been talking to?" Myself. And the jump rings. We have lovely conversations. So all we're going to do now, I get the most sense out of me. Nobody else understands me. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put a single jump ring onto the end of each of these two chains.
Yeah.
I'll pop one there and I'll pop one here. Now you do have to make sure when you're doing these that they're all sort of like spiraled in the same direction. You can see they're all following the same loop round. And then all we're going to do is we're going to create a Mobius ring between them. So the first one just connects the two loose jump rings that we've just added together. We close. And then the next one, so we're going to always go through the two loose little jump rings. And then before we close this one, we're just going to duck it underneath that silver jump ring. And you'll see that those two now are going to start to spiral around each other. And then the same with the third one. So go through the two little jump rings and then duck them underneath both of them. So let me just make sure that that's sitting on the top. There we go. And then duck them underneath all of them. And close. And
your Mobius ring is three on top.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just your 3 jump rings, and that is one of your segments of your necklace. And you can carry this. You've got enough jump rings to do 5 segments. I have taken some jump rings out of the 200 to make the spaces in the watch necklace. But apart from that, you can just carry on making those little segments. And because they're quite small, they're not going to lose their shape when it's worn either. And then the rest of the necklace is just Mobius rings. So it's exactly the same with your Mobius rings, and just connect them all together. So it's a really simple...
it's really pretty.
There's a little bit of time invested. You know, I'm not going to lie, it's not a 10-minute project. But, you've got a nice necklace.
Do you know what I like about that though? That's although it's still a statement piece and it's still a chainmail piece, it's a delicate. Yeah. It's not over ring heavy.
Yeah. No,
do you know what I mean?
You could make that into precious metals, or you could keep it with your copper core. You can add in lots of the different colours that we've had as well to really jazz it up as well.
Really lovely.
And play about with the sizes as well. Don't be frightened to chuck the rule book away. Yeah. Ignore what they say about aspect ratios.
You're a real advocate of that, aren't you? As far as you're concerned, you put 2 rings together, you chainmail, and you're off.
That's it. And if it doesn't work, make another one. And you've got a pair of earrings.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Really lovely. That's really. Thank you. First time I've ever seen you do that. That's lovely. Right. Can I just check on the kit with the pearls at a metre of 11 by 10 mil natural freshwater cultured pearls? We started with 98, thank you, sweetie. And we've got less than 30 available now, and it's a brand new 20-piece sterling silver findings kit as well, with things in that we've not done before. So well done. Right then, now because we had fleur, and I'll be honest, it's down to this one that we've got the knotting all tool today on the show, because I was sat here and I said we've got fleur. Now we all know if you watch Fleur's favourite, there are different tools for pearl knotting and machines and things, but she's a traditionalist. She likes to do it with an awl. We found a wooden handled. What sort of wooden handle was it, Fleur?
It's an ergonomic.
Ergonomic. You like saying that, don't you?
I do.
Ergonomic.
Ergonomic.
How do they say it up north?
Ergonomic.
Ergonomic. Ergonomic handled, wooden handled. Oh, we haven't got it in the studio, but we can show you a photograph of it with the nice pinpoint. The code is JBGP95, and miraculously on the show today, already 230 have gone, and those people that have bought them, Fleur's got 2. Hopefully I've got 1 thanks to our lovely JMers, and thank you, Nikki, for that. Do you know how much we're doing that for? £1. A £1 coin.
A £1 coin.
Now the good news is we had 400. So, okay, over half the availability is gone, but we have a few left. So good luck on that. Well, we have two. What do we have? 170, 150, yeah, about 170 left. But 230 have gone. So good luck on that. It's £1. Won't be able to get it tomorrow at £1 after 8 o'clock. No, you're gone.
And I have got a pearl knotting workshop coming up as well in March.
Do you know the date?
I think it's the 28th.
Can you have a look, Becky, love, or Kerry?
I think it's the 28th.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
You had a look, or they can have a look?
We mentioned it the other day.
Oh, it is the
It's
28th.
28th. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's the one for beginners as well. So we will be using the awl. So if you want to bring it along, and if you, because I know a lot of people, you know, I'm the same. If I've got something new and I'm not,
use my own.
Yeah, and I want to bring it along to make sure I know how to use it.
Exactly.
So that when I bring it home, I'm fine. So, yeah.
Well, it's like if you've got your own car and you're learning your test, you
That's
know,
it,
you want
yeah,
to
it's
learn
a
in your
lot
own
easier.
car, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
You know. Yeah, so the not, and I tell you what, it won Workshop of the Year 2016, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Got an award trophy, didn't you?
I did, yeah, I did.
Where's your trophy?
I don't
Don't say
know.
your toy. What do you mean you don't know? Do you mean
No.
you don't know?
Because, well,
Do you know how much those trophies were?
I've got a couple. They're in a box.
Did you win DVD as well?
I've won DVD of the year as well for Chainmail, European Chainmail the year before that.
And you won something this year, didn't you?
Kit of the year. That was a pearl kit as well.
Award-winning guest designer.
But they are in a box because I had my Mark painted the workshop. So he put them in a box and they're just not
Oh, okay.
come back out.
Well, later.
I will get them.
Well, later. Now this is one of the Chainmail DVDs that Fleur has recorded, and it's called Chainmail Dragons and More. Now she's not referring to herself, are you?
Oh, could be.
You never know with Fleur. No, that is one of the designs, isn't it? The dragon weave.
Yeah, dragon scale is one of the designs. So there's two dragon, that's the dragon steps
Yep.
weave there. So we've got an alligator back on there. That's the dragon
I
scale.
know a lot of
itself.
people like the alligator back.
Yeah,
don't they?
alligator back's
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
But you can turn alligator back into dragon back, which is why we called it Dragons and More. Because there's lots of dragons. That's the one with the black spinel.
Yep.
You could just see them.
Yeah, that's what,
sparkling.
that's the one with the £6.95 black spinel that we had
Yeah.
earlier on the show.
Yeah.
In fact, you didn't take it to £6.95. You took it to £4.95. Is there any left? Bottom of the screen, she's just popped it on for you. 12 carats of microfaceted black spinel. We went half price, should have been £9.95, and we went to £4.95. Now on the back here, look, and this is the thing that Fleur and all of us want to explain is, sometimes when you see projects on the front of DVDs, everybody thinks it's just the project, but actually it's the step-by-step techniques that get you to the point of the finished project that is important.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So this goes through this four, what are deemed as quite, they're not complete beginner weaves. So
Yeah.
if you've never tried chainmail before, you may find that it's a little bit challenging to start with.
Okay.
But it goes in order of how easy they are. So dragon steps is the easiest, and
Then
then,
the
it goes to
alligator,
alligator, then
then the
dragon
dragon
scale,
scale.
and then gemspin linkage. So have a go. I mean, everybody's journey starts at a different place.
They do.
You know, and like I said before, if you want to make that piece of jewellery, the will to make it is.
And that's about an hour's tuition there, and it's £4.95. Now, can I just check, is it aspect ratio or Russian?
No, it's aspect ratio.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we've spelt ratio on the back, but it's not a Russian, it's a ratio. Don't worry about that.
But that is quite important if you want to carry on your journey of chainmail. That little section on there about aspect ratio.
Because you refer to that a lot.
Yeah, that will sort of although I don't want to
Put anybody off.
dumb down the medium of
Yeah.
chainmail, but I want to make it more accessible. But
Yeah.
aspect ratio is one of those things that will really just help you
Fantastic.
fly along that.
Brilliant. So £4.95 on that one. But we also, now talking of projects, I'll tell you what.
This is hanging in my workshop.
Hanging in her workshop. That wasn't put away when it was painted. This is, and again, it's not just the finished project, it's all the techniques that you can learn. Now, I bought Fleur a bottle of Prosecco when it was her birthday, and she then went and decorated it in chainmail, in a Byzantine snowflake.
Yeah, so it's got the snowflakes, it's got the European 6-in-1
There
at the
it is.
bottom, and your 2-in-1 chain. So
Yep.
there's quite a lot of chainmail weaves actually on this DVD. There's more chainmail weaves on this one than there is on quite a lot of other ones.
Well, I was going to say, because you talk about the European 6-in-1 a lot, don't you?
Yeah, so we do European 6-in-1,
Yep.
we do the Byzantine snowflakes, so we show you how to make the Byzantines, we show you how to make the Mobius connectors, we show you how to make the cross weave, and we show you how to make the sweet pea weave as well.
Yeah.
So there is 5 weaves on there, and we also show you how to use French wire as well, so if it's
Brilliant.
something that you've never used before, then you know,
Great.
you can...
And you might want to make the finished project of that beautiful chandelier if you fancy anyway.
And them chandeliers.
Them chandeliers, all right, Northern. Them chandeliers, yeah, what about them? Them chandeliers. You forget where you forgot. You're not telling. You're not telling, love.
Don't be northern. Yeah, they're £10 on that website. That's that big river in America.
That chandelier?
The base of it, you know, the actual base itself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they're £10.
I was going to say, because if you're selling that for £10, I'll have one.
No, okay.
I'll have one. Do you mind? Because I quite fancy one of them in my bedroom. Have you tried swinging off it? Are they that strong?
No. It's in the workroom.
Oh, so
It has had things thrown at it.
we've got a bit of an embarrassing text because somebody's just said, "Hi, Claire."
Oh no, she's thinner and blonder.
She's thinner and blonde. This is Fleur. They are friends, but it's Fleur. Well, she'll answer to anything. She will. Well, you wouldn't. You'd answer to Claire, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because I was
As long as
getting.
it's not a wire work question.
Yeah. And I mean, kept getting poor Natalie's. I just kept saying Hayley. I don't know why. I mean, Essex versus South Africa. I don't know where. I just kept getting it. It was in. It was in. So anyway, £4.95. Now those are going very well again indeed. But these are the last few chances on these DVDs. So do get them if you fancy them. They're brilliant. They're brilliant. I'll tell you what we'll do for you. We will give you a fantastic second of the evening microfaceted star buy. Ooh, this would look nice on with your top. You've got this, have you?
I've got this one, yeah. Yeah.
I think I bought 2 or 3 of these actually. Is it because of the coating?
Yeah, I was on with Elle, and I think we had a section on the show that were the coated gemstones.
Yeah.
And yeah, Alison Tarry's cramp is sometimes quite catching.
Yes, I've noticed that with new guest designers. She gets cramp every time something fantastic and gorgeous and sparkly comes on. Now this is actually just shy of 1 metre. Now I say that. I bet if I measured this, it'd be 1 metre. I know what we like. We like to give a bit extra away. Normally a couple of centimetres, isn't it, don't we?
Yeah,
But
it is, yeah.
let's play it safe. We're guaranteeing that you get 98 centimetres, and it is microfaceted black spinel again. This time we graduate it slightly, so a little bit like the one that we had earlier. We start at 2x1 mil, but then we actually graduate it up to the centre by 3x2 mil. It's 45 carats, as opposed to, I think, the 12 carats we had on the show earlier. But these are also coated, and they are coated in this beautiful, almost like a golden pyrite, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It really is. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And if you look at that close-up there that Kerry and Ben are showing you from the Late Show team, you'll see, look, there are golden colours, but there's also violets and oranges and purples and blues coming through on those. You can really see it's a true rainbow effect, actually, isn't it?
But it's almost like a vintage rainbow effect,
Absolutely.
isn't it? But like, you know, when you see it on the Antiques Roadshow, which I'm obsessed with that programme, I think.
My mum used to love that.
Oh, I love it. I love guessing the prices.
Do you?
Yeah.
I should watch it really, because honestly, my mum every Sunday used to, that was her treat, lying on the sofa with the dog watching.
Highway first.
Yeah.
Then
I don't even know what that is.
Highway with
No.
Harry Seacombe. You do.
No.
Did you never used to watch Highway with Harry Seacombe singing?
No.
Oh.
Sorry. I
And then
loved
have a
Harry
trifle.
Seacombe.
Did you have a trifle?
No, I didn't
as
like
well?
trifle.
Oh.
Jelly. I'll have the jelly. You can have the custard and a bit on the top. This is a shock, considering it's 98 centimetres. I mean, it really is a shock. We have, I daren't tell you how many we have, because you might think, I might create a stampede, and nobody wants that. So we are going to give you, It's the naughtiest price we are allowed. Well, actually, we're not even allowed. We're actually going to an illegal price point. I'm just going to make myself a little stack of bracelet there, Fleur.
It's beautiful, that.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Tell you what, I like the yellow tassels as well.
I was going to say, they're very on trend, aren't
Very
they?
on trend. £12.95. £12.95 for those.
Do you know, if you had something like a diamond bracelet,
Yeah.
I think you would reach for that over like a really high-end gemstone bracelet, or if it was like stacked up like that was, you'd reach for that all the time because it would go with everything.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you are going to have diamonds, you're gonna to get that effect like that, you'd have to pay hundreds of thousands, wouldn't you, to get quality diamonds like that? I mean, that is just exceptional.
I think that's beautiful.
Tell you what would be rather nice. What do you think? You've add some white sparkling topaz in as well.
Ooh,
Mix it up, have a bit of a contrast. Do you think?
That's lovely.
And then if you want to see those blacks, in fact, if I show you the black spinel versus the golden coated, you might be able to see the difference. And actually, if you mix the black with the golden coating, you actually see just what a variation of colours, those rainbow colours of that golden coated black spinel. Now, the only thing is, this spinel here has created a little teeny bit of a wait on the phone lines, but the good news is that phone number is free phone. So you're not going to worry. 0800 644 655. No, I had a right embarrassment the other week. I say that all the time, that phone number, don't I? And I went to place an order the other night. I had to look up our phone number. I couldn't remember it. I was like, I've said that phone number about 50,000 times a day for 3 years. Couldn't remember it. And it happened to me in Waitrose today. First time ever at 47. First time ever in my life. I forgot my pin on my card.
Oh, you didn't?
I did. Couldn't remember it.
Oh.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that. No, one of them where you flash your phone and it... Oh, no.
Do you know, you talk about free phone numbers. I phoned a cinema in Solihull and it was 12p a minute, which my daughter didn't tell me.
Oh.
She pressed the wrong button 3 times and was on the phone for ages.
Oh.
12
What's she phoning the cinema for?
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
Well, trying to find out what time this certain film was
She's
on.
not got a website? I've got Tinterweb.
She thought she'd phone up on my phone.
Oh, awkward.
12p a minute. And it told her as well. She went, oh, it's 12p a minute this month. But do you want to put the phone down? Quick. Yeah? She was there.
Anyway, our phone number's free.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to worry. You're not going to have your mother on your case going, how much is that a minute? Don't worry, it's Jewellery Maker, it's free phone, it's fine, Mum.
And then we went to the cinema and it cost me £7 in the car park.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say about sweets then.
Oh, no, don't get me started on the sweets.
You do buy your sweets before you go?
Yes, I do,
That's all right then.
Yeah. But I
That's
did
a
lose
big
my hair
faux
mask
pas.
when I took the sweets out of my bag, and that fell out as well.
You what?
I bought a hair mask as well.
What's a hair mask?
You know, like for me burnt fringe. But I've lost that in the cinema. So if you went to go and see Coco after me...
Which cinema did you go to? I'll avoid it. Imagine.
And it wasn't used. It was in a container. It's expensive and all.
Okay. I never even knew it existed, a hair mask. Did you? Did you, Ryan? No?
They're good for you.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Apparently all the girls know, just not me.
You've got nice shiny hair anyway. You haven't burnt yours. You're fine.
Oh, thanks. I was a bit scared though when I was using my straighteners earlier. She went, be careful! I was like, oh, okay. Now, again, we've just gone from sparkly spinel to what does topaz deliver? Every time it can't help itself. If it said in its curriculum vitae, it's CB, for those of us not doing Latin. If it's, you know when you have to do a profile on your CV for future employers, if you were a topaz or a black spinel, or you'd have either one of 2 words on your CV, and you had to highlight what your profile was. You'd either have brilliance or you'd have sparkle. And if somebody said to you, what else can you do? Well, I sparkle, and I look beautiful. And really, from a gemstone, what else do you want? You want it to be beautiful, and you want it to sparkle.
And the fact that they are smaller gemstones and they still have that same impact.
Small,
But mighty.
but mighty.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Is that you?
These ones.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, sparkling white topaz for £6.95. You are doing very well for yourself this evening, and for all of us, Becky. Thank you. Thank you.
They would go beautifully with the pearls that you've got coming up.
Do you mean the today's must-have that is coming up? I don't even want to talk about price, if you don't mind, when I come to these bead nucleated pearls, but I'm going to have to. I have never, in fact, I think the two front, in fact, the numbers at the front, you are, hang on a second, everybody, excuse me, excuse me. I'm checking again because I'm still frightened. Hang on.
No, you're joking.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They are less than half the price of the lowest price that I've ever seen. I don't mean to question my producer, but have you checked this price with the manager? Becky? Yeah, I know you question her all the time, Kerry, but you're a sister, you're allowed to. Have you checked it? Yeah, I'm not going to... She says I don't, maybe she does.
I think she's made one with that.
I think she's made one with this. Natural bead nucleated pearls. We talk about this all the time as well, saying the morning show might have the deal of the day, the late show has the steal of the day, and that is it. The only thing is, I've only got 51. I'm also going to allow Fleur to have a cramp attack at 8 o'clock. Okay?
Yep.
What I do expect you to do is act that you have cramp. To make it more authentic. Well, you can do what you like. I'm just saying you need to act the cramp to be given a hall pass.
Do I have to win an Oscar to be able to get out?
Yes, quite frankly. So yes, this is the best deal ever that I have ever seen on these bead nucleated pearls. They're absolutely natural, and they are coming up after the break for you. Okay. I'm also going to... Would you like to just wear them for a second?
I would love to.
I thought you might.
Thank you very much.
The nylon ones, oh nice. Fleur, can I ask you, love, when you got your round nose pliers, which is what we've got here, and they've got a lovely little nylon coating on there, why would we buy ones with nylon coating on the top?
If you're using coloured wires, or you're using something like a lovely sterling silver wire that you don't want to mark at all, then this is perfect for that.
So, yesterday on the show, we had a whole hour showcase of all beautiful colours of wires. We even took coloured wire down to £1.95 a reel. So, if you did get any of that wire and you want to do the lovely little loops at the end, because we tend to finish off the wire, don't we, with a loop usually to add a clasp or a bail or things on, and you don't know, are you working with sterling silver wire, which again we've had on the show recently, we will have coming on the show again. If you don't want to mark, and I actually think these are a cracking idea if you're new to wire work, because when you're new to something in jewellery making, I don't know about you, but I tend to squeeze my pliers a bit harder than I need to. So actually, £2.90, get off. I'm not you, Fleur. You can't make those for £2.95.
And they've got the comfort grip handles.
Yeah, the non-slip comfort grip. And they've got the thing that makes you spring them as you go boing. Ready? So you go, ready, go boing. So there is actually a reason for that. You don't just want to sit there and go, ba-ding! It's because you don't have to keep opening and closing them, so you don't get repetitive strain.
A little bit like the Nottingham, you know, at that kind of price, if you can afford 2 pairs, one for your sort of like travel bag, if you like, and one for your...
One for your upstairs and one for your downstairs.
That's it, yeah.
One in your caravan.
That's it,
One on your boat, if you like Alison Tone, you've got a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Alison forgot her tools one day, didn't she?
She did.
She had to spend a fortune quite a few years ago. Yeah.
So good luck on those. Right then, after the break, we're going to come back with the bead nucleated pearl. She may be here, she may be not, and we're going to show you. We're also going to show you the tin cup spacers, and we're going to show you that. Well, we're going to talk about the knotting awl as well. So much to come in the next hour in gemstones as well. Please join us after the break.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage. Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the Register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the Register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend £4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today?
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Hello, you. Right then, okay. If I were you, when the graphics, you know the thing that comes up on the screen, and you get the code, if you fancy them, check them out. If you've been like some of you thinking, I've always wanted these ever since we launched them with Linda Bromwell, but I've never been able to afford them. I'd like to think today you can, because I've whispered this price into Fleurs here, and what did you say?
It can't be that
Can't
price.
Can't be. Now these are what we know as a bead, and you might think it sounds terribly technical, a bead nucleated pearl. And what that means is that a nucleus is inserted, and then the pearl is naturally grown around that nucleus. But it has to be somebody really, you can't just, it's not anybody can do this. This is a very, very technical technique. And it has to be rigorously special, what do you call it? Really, well, basically super experienced people that can do it.
Yeah.
And what it then creates is this highly coveted, and I will say that, I don't say that lightly, when I say that these are adored the world over, revered, there your graphics are in, and I'd like to think you can afford these today, hopefully. Code is in, YVMG41. Now when I first launched these with Linda Bromwell, and I'm going to quote this figure here, we found one of these large nucleated natural freshwater metallic looking pearls online for £62.11. We found in the sale a beautiful necklace made of very similar pearls for £693.25. Another pearl necklace with the bead nucleated pearls of this size, similar size, £765. And the nucleation process is what starts off the growth of the pearl. And you basically insert it into a nacre-producing mollusk, and that basically triggers the production of the pearl. And these pearls, if there's a word I would use for them, do you know what it is? Prized. It's as simple as that. They are prized, and they are, half the stock is gone and physically checked out. That's not just us taking the baskets down. You have checked out that. In fact, we're way over allocated now. Can anybody see the price? Okay, everybody on the website, can those on the telephone. I tell you what, Becky, would you mind getting that pricing? Because I think it's something we should chat about for that.
Crazy price. Crazy price.
Crazy. I mean, I'm not being funny. That's less than half the price they should be. There's no question about it. These strands are so hard to assemble. It's such a bittersweet sale for me, this is as a presenter, because they're so highly prized, they're so difficult to come by, they're so infrequently seen on Jewellery Maker that when they come in, every single time I've had a strand of these in my possession on a show, without exception, they've sold out.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen to again in the next 10 seconds. £29.95. I'm going to count how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 on there. They've all sold out, and 41 people had it in their baskets. I am so sorry to you that missed out. I do apologise, because I tell you what, if I'd have been on, I'd have had 2 of them at that price, because that would have been a buy one get one free.
Oh, definitely.
At that price.
Yeah, you know, the amount of, just the sheer quality of those pearls. It's just amazing.
Did you see how they jumped back on my wrist?
Yeah, I saw how they jumped back on
Did you
your
see?
wrist.
Yeah.
Not mine. You can have them from 8 till 9, and I'm having from 9 till 10.
No. I'll give you them from 8 till 9. You give them me from... No,
I said it first.
Well. Right then.
I'll arm wrestle you for it.
Yeah. Now you might be I love that. I mean, look at that. All. Could you explain to anybody watching that has no idea what an awl is? And, OK, there's the picture, and yes, it is a pound. We're all in shock. I don't have them in the studio, and I do apologise. But can I ask you, lovely lady, what an awl is?
So an awl is something that we form the knot around to actually produce a knot when we're pearl knotting or knotting beads and gemstones. It has to be a specific type of material that you're knotting around, so it can't be anything that's got serration on it. Okay. So if you've got the pink Get Started pack, the small Jewellery Maker pliers, that's quite a serrated awl that's in there. That's designed to sort of like ream bead reamer, isn't it? Yeah. So it has to have a nice smooth sort of like pointed section on there, pokey tool, if you like.
Okay. Which
so
you can see that has.
Yeah, it's very, very smooth. So it doesn't snag on any of the silks or the threading materials that you're using. This one is a lot better than the one that I use, because this one's got a proper handle on there. Yeah,
because you were saying yours is... Have you got yours with you, actually?
I'm just going to have a quick...
Yeah, because can you see those ridges there where the hand will comfortably... You know, like all our pliers have got that bend in them. There's only 50 left. 350 have gone. And there's more than 50. We're way over allocated. If you all check out now, they've gone. As Fleur says here, can you see that handle's all the same? Tapers very slightly, but it's got no... It's not what we'd class as ergonomic.
No, it's not. And if you're doing a full metre of knotted necklace, if you like, by the time you've picked that up and down 104 times, which is what we counted on that necklace, you know, it can cramp your hand, because it's, you know, it's quite a small...
Well, it's going to put pressure, isn't it, effectively? Yeah. Sorry, I took that off you.
And also, as well, this gets lost down the side of the sofa a lot easier than one with an actual handle on it, because you can see it a lot better.
Absolutely.
You know, so, I mean, they're both brilliant. They're both doing exactly the same job. If I had a choice, I would have the one that's got the handle.
You've got 2 coming?
Yes, I know. Please tell me who you are so I can thank you. Send me a message. That
is hard, because we do like to send thank yous and things. So, but yeah, so can you... Right, can I just mention, can I say the names, darling? Do you mind, sweetie? Thank you. Right then, we had, oh, what have I done there? Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm hopeless on. I need lessons from you young kids. I do. I need, Beck, Kerry. There's nothing wrong with it, it's me. It's me, love. Kerry's looking at me and go, why can't you? I need a lesson on, I don't have a tablet.
What is it that you...
I want to go back to where I see the names on crystal. Presenter thingy. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. We're actually over allocated on that. Right, we've got 20 chances. 20 chances left and 44 in baskets. Sorry about that. And am I right in thinking, Fleur, that when you do pearl knots, this is what, when you work with your cards on the silk that you like, and when you so if somebody comes on your workshop on the 28th of March, they can bring that tool and you will teach them how to pearl knot with that £1 tool.
Yeah, so if you've got the DVD, we teach you 2 different ways, because like Zena said earlier, there's lots of different ways to pearl knot. And there will be another DVD coming out which shows you different techniques as well. But you could, on that DVD, that first DVD that we did a couple of months ago, it shows you how to use an awl and it shows you how to use your tweezers. On the pearl knotting workshop, we tend to use the awl. On the jadeite workshop, we use the tweezers.
Okay.
Tweezers can be a little bit more difficult if you're not used to silk, because they can be quite sharp and they can shear through the silk. So we do tend to use the knotting awl. I find it's one of the easiest ones for people to get a satisfied result from their knotting. There's lots of different ways. Jan showed you a way using 2 strands, which doesn't use any tools at all. So there's ways for everybody. It's not like just one way, or if you can't do that way, that's it, you can't do it.
I came into your pearl knotting workshop recently and everybody had done the most beautiful, I mean, it was just lovely to see. Some really happy faces in there.
And it's not something that you have to dedicate sort of like 10 hours to do one necklace. Once you've got the hang of it, you'll be able to do a necklace in an hour to an hour and a half, no problem. Maybe a metre of pearls, a couple of hours.
And you have to, I mean, I know it's not a generalisation, it is a bit of a generalisation rather, but you do have to quite regularly have your pearl knotted jewellery re-knotted, don't you? Because eventually the weight of the pearls distorts, what's the word?
It stretches them.
That's the word I was looking for, thank you. Stretches them.
So if it's a business that you're getting into, and I think this morning they had 20 metres of pearls, so if you bought that, you can get your knotting awl, get some threading materials, whichever you want to use, and you've basically set up your own little business, and I hear lots of stories on the workshops. People do the first pearl knotting workshop, they come back for the second one, and they say, oh, I took my jewellery to a jeweller's and they now sell it for me.
Wow.
I've done 3 pearl necklaces for my friends, memory jewellery that they've had.
Exactly.
That you can then.
And these are legacy pieces, heirloom pieces of jewellery that people will pass down the families. Absolutely.
It's really lovely to be able to pearl knot somebody's memory pearls.
I do apologise that I don't have the awl in the show, but it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you get that awl home for £1, you think it's not for me, send it back, because somebody else will take it. How many do we have left, sweetie? 15 left out of 400. 40 in baskets. So that, by my calculation, is 25 people are going to miss out. And that's without the people on the telephone. So if you do want that deal, and they're going, and a lot of people taking your advice there, I can't see why.
Can I just say as well that you might not want to use it for knotting. You may want to use it to help you with chainmail or with seed beads if you want to be able to separate strands if you're doing micro macrame.
Oh, that's so there's other things you could use it for.
Uses.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're in single figures now on that awl, okay? If you want, and then, oh, somebody just said, what is the handle made up of? It's wood. It's a wooden handle. Very excited. Do you know, I bought your DVD. My friend Katie got me one. I just remembered she hasn't given it me yet. Katie! Katie! Give me my DVD. She said, she texted me, she said, do you want... I think it was on the reorder. And I said, yes, please. So I haven't got it yet, but I bought it.
I don't watch it.
Do you not watch yourself back?
Oh, no.
I don't think I've ever watched one of the DVDs I filmed. Yeah, although I did buy Mark Swarovski and Seabead one.
Yeah.
I've got that now. Right then, so well done on those. Well done on the big nucleated pearls as well. Congratulations. Is that mine? Oh. Jealous twice tonight.
I
My
know,
microphone's gone.
Yours is eating batteries.
It switched to mute. It switched to mute. How did it do that in my pocket? How did it do that in my pocket? That's a ghost.
Yeah.
That's somebody up there trying to, or down there saying, shut up. Was it you lot?
Quite concerning they went in your pocket to turn it off.
What's the worst is I didn't even notice it. Thank you, Kerry, love. Where these come from? What? We're doing both at the same time? Ooh. Now, I've heard through the JM grapevine, because you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard through the JM grapevine, Fleur Hastings, that you, who is known for loving pearls and pearl knotting and DVDs and workshops and goodness knows what else, you're rather partial to a shell pearl.
I do like a shell pearl, yeah. I do like shell pearls.
What is it about a shell pearl that you like?
I think shell pearls give you something that pearls don't give you. So they give you more. It's not lustery. It's almost like mirror-like reflection.
Yeah.
Which you may find in sort of like very, 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 very expensive pearls, like thousands of pounds worth of pearls.
Acquoia pearls.
Yeah.
And
But you don't tend to see them in sort of like everyday pearls, if
Absolutely.
you like. So yeah, they give you that mirror-like reflection back, and the fact that you can. Sort of like they're more everyday, aren't they? You know, you can use them with your, you can spray hairspray around them, and they're not going
Perfume,
to cry. Yeah.
Deodorant.
Yeah, they're lovely, and I just think that the colours that we get them in are just brilliant.
And that's the thing. And also, you're getting the perfect round. Because if you were buying those as real pearls, genuine organic pearls, and they were perfect rounds like that, you'd be talking hundreds and hundreds of pounds. But also, you're getting this beautiful consistency of shapes. If you love doing macrame, and you like to capture and make a lovely daisy macrame bracelets, for example, you want consistency of size and shape. And again, you're going to get that with a shell pearl. Also, as Fleur's just alluded to there, not only do you get fantastic a variety of colours, but you also get super sized, and you can even facet a shell pearl. Yeah. Which these are all things, or a lot of things that you don't get with a genuine pearl.
And texturise.
And texturise, absolutely. Oh, in fact, do you want to... Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we've got these textured, never seen them before. These are... Oh, look at that.
Oh, they look lovely together.
Oh.
They're like satin and silk.
Aren't they? Oh, yes. Oh, come on. That is lovely. Well, you're going to get 2 strands of these. Beautiful textured, gorgeous, almost like stardust effect shell pearls. They're coming up, these 10 mils, and they're coming up about 15 minutes, actually. So we'll bring you these in 15 minutes, okay? So if I just, oopsie-daisy, just move those out of the way just for a second. And also, if you did manage to get either the coated black spinel or the ridiculous £4.95 black spinel, either of those would complement those shell pearls and those textured beautifully.
Do you know, shell pearl are very, very rare now because of the want for pearlescent paints and makeups and that in other industries.
I'd heard this,
so
you know.
Before they are a byproduct, obviously, of sort of like pearl farming, if you like.
Yep.
And 4 or 5 years ago, we used to have an abundance of shell pearls at Jewellery Maker because it wasn't fashionable to have pearlescent makeup and pearlescent cars and pearlescent, foundations, that kind of thing. And now those big makeup houses and the big car brands take the shell pearl and crush it up into our
See, I'm going to be in trouble then because I had a pearlescent car once.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Oh. I only had it once and I've got rid of it now.
Was it a big car? Was it all the pearls that we need?
Well, it's my only convertible of my life because I bought it, spent all my money.
It's not technically your fault then, because if the roof's missing...
Yeah, the roof was missing.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
And also, do you know what, though? Talk about the sort of naughty law that you get, don't you? I spent all my life savings on this convertible car and loved it, Saab, gorgeous. A year later, got hay fever really bad. Really bad. I mean, like, to the point where it was really bad. So I had to get rid of it. That'll teach me, won't it, for being flash. Anyway, so is that both of them for £6.95? Oh, thanks, £3.48 a strand, that's not bad, is it?
No, it's brilliant. Very good. If you do bridal commissions for hair combs, things like that, these are going to be your essentials.
Essentials.
Yeah.
You feeling all right, by the way?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. She's been poorly, is our Fleur? And she's...
These last couple of days, I felt alive again.
Yeah, because you've been proper poorly.
Proper poorly, yeah.
She's been proper poorly.
Yeah.
Not just poorly.
I haven't had a drink of wine in 4 weeks. I did on Saturday.
How are you still standing?
I know. I'm a new person.
I'm proud of myself because I haven't drank since Sunday.
No, that's how poorly I've been.
Oh, darling.
Yeah. Oh. I'm fine now, though.
Now then, we've got 20 left of these. Could you know that lovely tin cup spacer that we're talking about that we're going to do in a minute? For the tin cup necklace design, you could use those with the shell pearls as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they look lovely. Really, really lovely. And the thing with shell pearls as well is they do tend to have a slightly bigger drill hole. So if you've got those really lovely colours of Eslons in your 0.4 and your 0.6, you would be able to get them through here.
Yeah. And we're going to do that for you in a moment. Okay, the tin cup spacers. In fact, we'll do those next for you. Because now, again, a little bit like the awl. Hopefully, you may have seen the tin cup spacers before. You might have seen the awl, hopefully, or you know what an awl is, you know, because we can read it. And I'll talk you through the tin cup spacer. I thought it was. Can't think of who I said the lady was, but it's Rene Russo, the film. Sorry, I can't think of who I said earlier. I can't think who it was. Anyway, it's Rene Russo and Kevin Costner did a film called The Tin Cup, and she wore a necklace. And this film became all about the tin cup necklace. I mean, it really did. And to this day now, it's sometimes known as the illusion setting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. And Fleur and I launched these, and they've got to be one of the most simple tools that we do on Jewellery Maker, and yet the most effective. And that's the lovely thing about a tool. If it's simple and it's effective, and it helps you do the job, and that's what we're talking about there, that's the tool. Mm-hmm. You get a 1/2 inch and a 3/4 inch, and that's it. That's what it is. It's as you say, it's a floating or a station necklace that it's called, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can set your pearls or your beads at these lengths, and you can use them both together, but you're going to get completely accurate spaces in between every single one. And basically, all it is if I just turn it on the front, you can just see the red silk going through there. So it literally is just like a little slice in the top, if you like, and you just pop that in. You pop your knot on one side, and then you pop this in, pop your knot on the other side, and then when you take that out, you've got that perfect space every single time in your piece.
Okay.
And you can use them both together, or you can use them separately.
You can use it with the pearl knotter bead tool as well.
Yeah, the knotter bead. They were designed to go with the knotter bead, but you can use them for hand knotting as well.
And as you can see as well, there is a full set of instructions. Yes. Quite frankly, you won't need them, but they are there as a little comfort blanket for you. But again, if you want to look it up, do look up the tin cup necklace. But it's, as Fleur was saying there, you can put them right up to where you want. So you've got that. You haven't got to keep measuring, because actually that's going to take a lot more time to make in the necklace as well.
Yeah, and sometimes you want those your design ideas that are in your mind. Yeah. If it's not satisfied straight away, then you lose focus with it and you put it to one side. Of course you do. It's sort of like it's a half-hearted sort of like job. Whereas if you've just got these little pieces of sponge and plastic, which is what they are, you can quite quickly make a really lovely necklace with very few gemstones as well, because you're spacing them out.
I just wish we could actually show you a picture of the tin cup necklace. I don't know whether we've got one we could, because it is the most. And the second you see it, you'll go, because it's a really well-known design, and it has never lost. I mean, this movie was about 1996, and it's a romantic comedy. Kevin Costner, Rene Russo, and it was all about the necklace. Well, it ended up. Can you imagine if you'd been Rene Russo or Kevin Costner, and everybody talked about was the tin cup necklace. And that's why it was called the Tin Cup Spacer, because it was so well known. And you will see, to this day, you will see with the Oscars coming up, with the Brit Awards that we've just had, all these big events, when the big film stars come out, pretty much on every single red carpet that you see, you will see somebody modelling and wearing the tin cup style or floating station, illusion, it's sometimes called. It's not always referred to as the tin cup because of the branding. But it basically looks, because they're either a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch, or as you said, use the two together, and they're spaced a bit, it's as if that bead or that pearl is just floating.
Yeah.
Isn't
And
it?
it would look beautiful with the nucleated pearls because it would really showcase each individual one as its own star of that
In fact,
show.
I think that's a lovely idea.
Yeah.
And because you've got that lovely soft foam, it doesn't damage the pearl either,
not
does
at
it?
all. No,
Yeah.
they don't damage don't damage any gemstones that you're using them with.
It's just beautiful. It really, really is. It really, really is. So those are fantastic.
They are.
When we, have I seen them since we launched them, or have I been
I've
back
seen
in
them
once?
once before.
I think once
I've seen
more.
them once after
Yeah.
we launched them, but yeah, this is only the third time then that I've seen them. And I did lose one of mine, and we didn't have any in stock, and I spent a lot more than that on mine.
Yeah. Can I just tell you as well, there was somebody really, really focused. I looked it up, and I'm just trying to think it was here. It was, somebody set it with Tahitian pearls, this design. And they were saying that it looks like floating orbits, like planets floating. And there was somebody really famous, and I can't think who it was, but basically said about this rise to fame about the tin cup necklace. They said, I don't think it's ever going to stop being popular, and it looks good on everybody, and I think that's the key. Actually, it's the tin cup necklace, because of that design, because of the way that they're set out, and especially because of pearls. Like you say, people started to knot pearls to protect them.
Yeah, yeah.
Not just to... Oh yeah, that's the case as well. Somebody just messaged in and said if you actually search for tin cup necklace, you get lots of different designs, and you will do. But it's the what would you word it as? It's the concept of the spacing, the consistent spacing, and it will be referred to as the tin cup, the illusion, the station. There's all sorts of various, but they will, and they're all different. But it's all about that key measurement. But like you said, you started to pearl knot to separate them so they don't rub up against each other, but also so that if somebody did break, you'd only lose one because of how expensive pearls usually are. So actually, it's not just an aesthetically pleasing design; it's practical as well.
Yeah. If you are going to be using these with different threading materials, as in a thicker Eslon and then your very fine silks, it is preferable to have two lots, because I have a little bit like your macrame board.
Okay.
Like when Mark and Sarah and that, when they do their kumihimo, they say if you've got a different thread.
Oh, of course, if you're doing wire or thread.
Yeah,
I've
it
got
sort
you.
of like makes it a little bit wider. So
Oh,
if
these
you
little
are
slots inside?
Yeah, so if you are going to be using like a really thick wire with these, because you can use these to space out wire as well.
Yeah, of course you can.
Then, maybe if you could get two, that would be great.
So that'd be great as well, although that is all we've got left. Okay, and these weren't supposed to be in the show, but if you've got not a bead at all as well, you know the blue one, the blue not a bead, what's it called? Not a bead, there you go. Not a bead tool, that is designed to work with those as well, and you do get full instructions, although, quite frankly, when you get it home and you use it once, you'll be going, is it that easy? So it's one of those things, it's one of those designs you wish you invented yourself.
Yes, it is.
Because it couldn't be more easy. And yet the effect is beautiful, isn't it?
What I would say as well, if you can put them somewhere really safe in a box, because they do tend to want to hide. If you've got them in your tool bag, you can lose them, which is what I did. So what I do now is I have all my pearl knotting equipment, if you like, in a little those boxes with the clip lids that we have, and I have everything in there. So I have my silk, my French wire, everything there.
Good idea. And keep those in there as well. They are genius. But that is the last 13 chances in the entire Jewellery Maker vault. I don't know if you've got any more on order at the moment, so if you do want them, I don't think we have actually got any more on order, and that's only the, gosh, I can't think, it's got to be, was it birthday time last year? And thank you for showing us those as well, because those are actually fleurs.
Yes, apologies that they're a bit dirty.
Because I went into Fleur today and I said, Fleur, because they did come in a lovely packet with the instructions. I said to Fleur, so we found the tin cup space. She went, I've got mine with me. I said, well, that's good, because we haven't got any in the shirt. We haven't got them here. But so they do come packaged up as well to protect them when they come through. Right then, those, thank you, darling.
That's all right.
Thank you. And well done, everybody, on those. Right then, the good news is, those beautiful frosted Stardust Effect shell pearls that we're going to give you 2 strands of as a double trouble are about to be your very next star buy. give Flo one of these? Because they feel lovely and...
They do feel like those stardust spacers.
They're lovely.
See, I love things with texture.
And me. Sorry, we're all intrigued because we've not seen these before. Neither of us. I wonder what we're giving to. £10 Right, and I'm telling you now, if you get them with the beautiful shiny shell pearls that we just had in the 6 and 4 mil, I don't know if there's any of those left, Becky. Producer. Handful. 9 left. 9 left. So these ones here we just did for £6.95, the 4 and the 6 mil together. Okay, and I just think with the texture, they're beautiful. I've got to say, and I know you're probably sick of us hearing us mention weddings and things, but I do think if you make any kind of wedding jewellery, they're going to have to be added to your repertoire of choice of selection.
Saying that though as well, I can see some sort of like, do you know there's quite a lot of, when you look at the fashion weeks, like London Fashion Week, you see quite a lot of futuristic designs.
Oh,
I can see a lot of kind of like future, especially with the coated spinel.
Yeah.
Because you've got two different, very different textures there, like a juxtaposition between the textures.
Yeah. Now, can I just say, I did only have 100 to start with, and I think we're all like magpies as jewellery makers, aren't we? We are drawn to anything new, aren't we?
We are, definitely.
We are, aren't we? We see something new, we're like, oh, got to have them. I don't know what I'm going to ask you, Fleur. Would you mind having a little counter run? I'm getting a bit cheeky tonight with the counting requests.
I'm getting better at it though.
You're getting very quick. Nice generous drill hole as well. Half the availability is gone, so over 50 have gone already. So 10 mil. Beautiful glossy texture to them. There's your drill hole. Fleur, that was super speedy.
Hello.
Go on then.
42.
42. So assuming there's 42 on there, 84. 84 of them as well. And they have got a lovely feel to them.
They have, they really have. I bet they look lovely in earrings because the light would catch them.
Right then, I'm just going to try them on.
And with two, you have got necklace, bracelet and earrings.
Of course you have whole suite.
Yeah.
Whole suite, look at them. Oh,
they're lovely.
Do you know what? Don't they make the outfit though? Just by adding that strand, that beautiful consistency of those lovely 10 mil rounds. I've got 28 left.
I would be putting it with the red silk, if you've got any red silk.
Yeah.
For two.
For two? What? I don't mean to say, we can't be making any money on that at all. Sorry, shall I show you that?
Yeah,
sorry,
if you had any red
sorry,
silk,
darling.
If you had like some of the brightly coloured silks that we do, then, you know, I would definitely be using these kind of very, very bright colours with them.
Now, is there any of the Nottingalls left? At £1 with the wooden handle? 11. Out of 400 £1 Nottingalls, there is 11 left. So the code is JBGP95. There are 11 left of the wooden handled Nottingall that Fleur's described how to use. There it is. Thank you, Ben, for £1. There are 11 left. And perfect. Have we got any of the natural silks at all, Becky? We could... No. Do you know what's happened? I bet you Fleur's had them all for her workshop. Well, Blur? Who's Blur?
Who's Blur?
Hello, Fleur. Blur. Pearl. Right then, unfortunately, for you and I, darling, there's only 6 left. 5 left. Brilliant. Fleur has not got a yo-yo on her neck. Do you know the cheek of these kids, eh? Does that look anything like a yo-yo? It is nice, that, though. I do like that. I do like that.
I'm quite good with a yo-yo, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
When's the last time you had to go with a yo-yo?
Ooh, 30-odd year ago, but I was
So how do you know
very
if you're still good now?
Well, because I was then.
Well, that told us then.
I could do the cradle. I used to be able to do the...
Oh, the one where you go like that?
And it goes in the cradle. Yeah, I could do that. And walking the dog. Yeah. We had a why don't you kind of special at school.
I love why don't. Why don't you taught me how to make eggy bread?
Did it?
Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you?
It was a good programme.
It was a brilliant programme. It was great. Why don't you? It's really good. Do you remember that, any of you kids?
No.
Why don't you? Oh, look at their blank face.
Blank. Right, blank face.
That was a different sort of. You could either. In fact, if we just show you the DVD we're about to bring, Elle can tell you the kind of face we just had. Hey! Although, she's beautiful.
She is, isn't she?
Do you know, they've never asked me to put my face on the front of a DVD or the back.
No.
I don't know why.
You're beautiful too.
We're all beautiful in our own way, aren't we?
Yeah, we're all
In our own way.
We're all beautiful creatures.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. So are you.
Look at her. How beautiful she is. Good job, she's lovely as well, isn't it? But this is a great DVD and we thought, because we've had the beautiful textured shell pearls and the lovely 6 and 4 mil shell pearls, and we've had the real pearls in Fleur's amazing kit with the 20-piece brand new sterling silver findings kit of the metre of 11 by 10 mil natural pearls for $34.95. There might be a few of those left. This DVD teaches, and it has our lovely Claire MacDonald on there as well. And in here, if you look at the back, we can just see on the back there, it says, just wait till my eyes can actually zoom in, all the basic techniques. So it tells you how to use the tool. So that will actually teach you, obviously, with the you know, when you've got your awl as well. So tools and basic techniques, genuine pearl necklace or classic pearl bracelet. Thank you, Kerry. Pearl designs with spacer beads, brilliant. And a beady bead pearl necklace and wrap loop pearl design. So you get all of those techniques on there, which, considering the pearls and the shell pearls we've had on the show today, that is perfect.
That's it. And if you don't want to knot your pearls, you want to use a beading thread, this is perfect.
Yeah.
It's going to show you how to attach your clasp, do your beady beads.
We've actually effectively got the tin cup necklace on the...
Yes, we have.
So, can I just show you that there? Can you see that one there? That is effectively the tin cup necklace design.
Yeah.
That one there. Do you see? Very elegant. There's your beady bead. Okay, so there's your beady bead. And that's effectively your tin cups, aka station illusion. There's your bracelets as well. You've got your necklace on the front, you've got earrings, and all of that is £4.95. And remember, if you've never bought from Jewellery Maker before, you also get the welcome pack, which has 3 extra, in fact, I tell you what, it's got 3 extra project cards on how to make jewellery as well, which you could do with the... Yeah, so that DVD, that wonderful DVD, I've not seen this one before, you know.
No, I don't think I have either, no. And it shows you that you're using the tools that you get
tools
free.
With the starter pack.
Yeah. It's like they planned it.
Do you know, it is like we've planned it, isn't it? It really is. I mean, we've had shell pearls,
Yeah.
We've had spacers, we've had the pearl jump rings,
Yeah.
We've had the real pearls,
Yeah.
We've had the nucleated pearls that have sold out, we've had the microfaceted beads that'll go within, we've had the findings in sterling silver, we've had the DVDs, we've had the tin cup spacer tool, we've had the awl for £1.
Yeah.
I mean,
everything.
we've had pretty much everything, haven't we? Really? We haven't had the silks, I grant you.
No, but
apart
you know,
from
some people
that...
when we've done those before, you may have those waiting.
Now, Sarah just says, oh, I love it when a message starts, Z, I love you, but you're talking twaddle now. Oh, nothing new there then. You are beautiful inside and out. You bring sunshine to all my life, Sarah. Yeah.
See, that's what you look like on the front of the DVD. Turn it the other way around. No, you've got to put you.
No. That's why they don't use me, Sarah. Pose for them. I don't look like that. Thank you, though. That's very nice of you, but...
You wouldn't have done that.
I don't take a good photo, to be
No,
fair. No. Some people are photogenic, a.k.a. Elle. Some people aren't, are they? You could probably take 50 men, there might be one alike.
Yeah,
I'm the
same. I'm not very
Do you know, I think you're quite photogenic.
No, Kerry had a terrible time at my house trying to take a photo of
Did you, or has she just been hard on herself?
It took like 3 hours to
Oh,
get one photo.
3 hours to get what? Oh.
No, it didn't.
Oh.
And then she said, these are the ones that you could like potentially use, and there was 2.
Oh, and you were like, no. But Ella's beautiful. She's beautiful.
She did a good job. She
Beautiful girl. So, oh, nearly threw you over there now. Oh, I can. Should we do that? Now, Easter's coming up. You might be going on your holidays. You might be going in a caravan. You might be going to a holiday park. You might be going on a boat. You might be going on a plane. You might be staying at home. My point is, you might be having a bit of a travel. And if you want to take your tools with you, you know, sometimes when you're going like to a craft fair or you're going on holiday, space is of a premium.
Yes,
Isn't
it is,
it?
yeah, it is.
I love this. Oh, they're all in plastic bags, which isn't going to make it very easy to show, I'm afraid. So, I'm just going to get them out of their bags, if that's all right. Oh, Fleur's going to help me because she's so lovely. This is a great travel pack, this is. 8-piece mini toolkit, okay? And what that means is, if you see here, thank you, Fleur's just helping me. There is every kind of, there's chain nose, there's flat nose, there's round nose, there's side cutters, there's even a pair of nylon. So if we can get, I don't know if we can fit that all in one shot. There you go, thank you, Fleur's helping me beautifully. So starting from this side here, you've got flat nose, chain nose, round nose, cutters and nylon. And that's only 5. I've got 3 left. Because in addition, you've got some thread cutters, you've got some brilliant tweezers, which I'm very tempted to borrow forever. And you've got the scoopy scoop, because the scoopy scoop is great for seed beads and putting seed beads and things back in and findings. Those are your brilliant pinpoint tweezers.
That you can knot with.
Oh, so when you've just talked about tweezers and pearl knotting, because of that pinpoint, they're perfect.
Yeah, they are perfect.
See, look, so those are perfect for pearl knotting as well. And we've got some thread cutters as well. Now, we call it an 8-piece mini toolkit, but we don't mention the poor carry case, do we? What about the poor carry case? That should get a mention. That should be, so it should be 9, really, shouldn't it? Don't you think? I don't think it's fair on the carry case myself. So, if you divide that by 8, that means that each pair of these pliers, forget the carry case, because the carry case would normally be in a shop £4 or £5, wouldn't it? Means that each one of these beautiful tools is £1.99 each. £1.99 each. That's brilliant for an 8-piece toolkit. You try going into a shop and buying a pair of jewellery making pliers for £2, £1.99. You'd get laughed at, wouldn't you?
You would.
Specific jewellery making tools. Chain nose, flat nose, round nose, side cutters, nylon pliers, thread cutter, tweezers, pinpoint and scoopy scoop. That is... And do you know what's good as well? If you are learning or teaching, because this would be great for kids as well.
It would, yeah.
Instead of going... Now, here's a dilemma, right? Look at them. They're quite similar. If you're teaching somebody how to make jewellery and you go, pick up the chain nose, pick up the chain nose or the flat nose. To me, if I was learning, I'd think they look pretty similar, if not almost identical. But if you actually said, right, pick up the chain nose, but they're the blue-handled, that's easy when you're learning, isn't it? Are you having a lovely little play there with the nylon pliers, are you, Fleur? She's having a little play, look. She's pretending she's a little shark, weren't you? Weren't you?
Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da, da-da. Dun, 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 dun. Brilliant price point. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, darling.
They're great, those.
They're great, aren't they? I love that.
Max and Marcus would like those.
Yeah. Thank you, darling. Right then, so what else? The pearls in... Ooh. Are you plugging in? Did you hear that response then? None of your business. Ryan! I know what he's plugging in, but I'm not going to tell you. £10 by 11mm pearls. We have found some very sizable pearls on the show this evening, haven't we? 10 by 11 mil. Have you got the information to come through to the studio for me? Just have a little look, please, Becky. I've got nothing on my specs at the minute. I just want to check something. Okay, sorry. Doesn't say that they're treated in any way, so that would suggest they're
They look natural because
they look
got
absolutely
a
natural.
rainbow
Yep, they are then. Yeah.
Sometimes when you bleach a pearl, you don't get the rainbow.
Exactly. So we're going to go with natural on those completely. Genuine, organic, natural, because as Fleur's quite rightfully pointed out, across the surface of these pearls, there is a lovely, lovely rainbow of colour with that iridescence. And that's the thing, there are so many things that you're looking for in pearls. And bearing in mind, with the fact that they are natural, there's one word I'm going to use to say that makes those stand apart, is the matching. And people automatically think that I'm referring to colour matching. That's not the case, actually. When I'm talking about matching, there's a whole plethora of things that you're looking for in pearls, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
Size.
Yep.
Iridescence.
Yep.
Lustre.
Yep.
Colour.
Yep.
Smoothness.
Yep.
Whether they're genuine, fake, faux, what are they? That ticks every single box there. They are genuine, they are natural, they are of a super size, they're beautifully colour matched, they are beautifully matched when it comes to the lustre and the iridescence as well.
Wow.
But they've got the wrong price on them. It's like when you go in a sale.
Yeah.
And you pick up an item on the non-sale, and you go over to the sale hanger and you swap them, and you get caught out at the till. Don't tell me you haven't done it. You had chicken gate.
No.
You had chicken gate.
I've never done that.
You stole a chicken from an old lady's trolley.
Yeah, I did. I didn't steal the chicken. I paid for the chicken.
You stole
but
it from
she
the old
left
lady.
She left it in a basket for far too long.
And you nicked it.
And I nicked it. It was very nice. But no, I've never taken something from a non-sale item and put a tag on it. See now.
I haven't either.
Haven't you?
I've seen somebody do it though. Right, can I just mention, the reason I put them down on the table is because I've just shown you how bright white they are against a white table, but also I'm measuring 40 centimetres, but just to make sure that I play it safe, because I know what we like and how we like to give a bit extra, I'm going to say that's a full 38 centimetre.
Yeah, yeah.
For $12.95, and they're genuine and they're organic. If you pearl knotted that, Fleur, and you added on at least a sterling silver clasp from our findings kit earlier, what sort of price point, darling?
£80 to £100, depending on the clasp I'd used.
Okay, can I use £100 because it's easy enough for me to work it out?
Yeah.
Thanks. So assuming the clasp, let's say the clasp is I don't know, £5, taking that to £20, you're making £80 profit.
Yeah. Yeah. Take an hour off for your time.
Yeah, but I'd work for £80 an hour.
Oh yeah, well no, I'm saying
Yeah.
it's usually about £20, so your £60 is your clear profit.
Oh, we'll see.
So that is your...
I've never worked out what I get, what I'd be worth an hour. Don't anybody say. £5.
But I think if you... But I think that's the one thing that none of us do when we're starting to sell our jewellery.
Yeah.
We never value our time. And if you went to get a plumber out,
Yep.
you wouldn't get a plumber for £20 an hour. And they're a skilled...
What it's like if you get it. I locked myself out the house the other day.
That's a bit daft.
I know it was a bit. Well, I've got one of those doors that locks itself. So if it shuts
right.
on you
Yeah.
and you haven't put the key in the door, you've had it.
Yeah.
£80.
Yeah.
Just to have the door locked.
to come
And he was there. If he was there 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all he was there. £80.
Yeah.
And it's like if you have a man out to fix your oven. I did this again recently. Do you know? In fact, I've got to own up to. Can I own up to something, Becky? Do you know what's happened? I haven't told anybody this, and I think I'm going to have to own up. Right, my oven. My microwave in the top of the oven is all built in, has been broken for ages. My oven blew, right? For about 6 to 8 months, I haven't had an oven. So I've never been able to put anything in the oven, no grill, no toast, no oven, no nothing. I've just been cooking on a hob for 6 to 8 months. And then the other day, as I was cleaning the front of the oven, I knocked the switch and it came on, and I realised it was the bulb that blew. And the ovens worked all the time. I told my friend the other day, he went, "You haven't cooked in your oven for 6 to 8 months and the bulb blew." I went, "Yeah."
Oh Oh, Zena.
I didn't realise
bless
about
you.
literally 2 days before I went away. In fact, I've grilled bread now, but I've actually been to the supermarket today and bought a chicken and mushroom pie and a casserole to go in the oven.
In there.
Just
have you been surviving just on a half?
Well, what does work is you say to people, oh, my oven doesn't work, and they cook for you.
Oh, right.
So
yeah,
I've
that's a good
been having a lovely
idea.
time with my friends. But they've all gone, oh, that's it then, you're not coming.
They know now.
I'm so sorry, sweetie. What did you say? Okay. Ryan's working very hard tonight.
I got this shape.
Well, have you got this?
Yeah.
I've got this as well.
An anklet.
I hadn't thought about that. There's an anklet. When do you wear that then?
In the summer.
Oh, in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, what a lovely idea that would be, an anklet. I like that. This is a really pretty daisy chain. Really, really lovely. In fact, I had the pendants for these and I popped it on a sterling silver chain with a 5mm sterling silver jump ring, took it round to my friend Yvette, and she said, oh, I've got earrings that match that, and she took it off me. I only had it on about 3 minutes. And yeah. But what I like about these is they are so obviously a daisy.
Yeah.
Aren't they? There's no sort of stylised or what does it look like. It's an obvious, beautiful daisy. And if you're anything like, I'm going to see whether Fleur's like me as a kid. When your mum or dad used to go in the pub and they'd send you outside with a Coke and a packet of crisps and you'd sit on the grass for hours making a daisy chain. Did you do that?
No, my mum and dad never used to go to the pub.
Oh, didn't they? Oh.
No.
That was my childhood. Did you ever make daisy chains though?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Pierce the stalk and then link them all together, make a beautiful bracelet.
You use your nail to try and get it. And then...
Poor daisies. I tell you what, we started our jewellery making early, really, with a daisy chain, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we're going to do an LEP. Lowest ever price. Never. Oh, you're going under 10. You are not. Go on then. Not being funny. Go on then. That's never gone anywhere near there.
I was going to say mine was a lot more than
Mine was as well. Under £10 and it's 40 centimetres. I mean, 40 centimetres is going to be about 16 inch, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
About 16 inch, yeah.
16, yeah.
You could make a beautiful bracelet, or as Fleur's just said, an anklet. Now, if I've just watched Kerry correctly on cameras...
Kerry's put her order in.
She's put her order in, she went, make me one. Oh, now her sister's gone, oh, can I have one as well?
Yeah.
We could get 2 easily out of one, couldn't you?
Definitely, and that's the best thing about makers. Anklets are one of those really funny things that they only tend to come in one size on the high street.
Yeah.
But they don't fit my ankles.
They don't fit my ankles either.
Yeah, so you can make your own, make it...
How do you turn that into an anklet? How do you... oh, mind you, it's got the connector on the end, look.
So you can either use that or I take it off so it's a daisy. So it finishes on a daisy, so you've got a loop to put your jump ring through.
Okay. Oh, so it's easy to attach to then?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So quite frankly, Kerry and Becca come out on themselves.
They could, but I love them, so I'm going to make them for them.
Fleur will do it better.
Yeah.
Nicely delegated, Kerry.
Yeah.
Butter her up as well.
Nah, I don't mind making them things.
Just, it must be nice though, like to treat people like that,
Yeah.
just to make it, you know.
And because they're so lovely as well.
Yeah, £9.95 for that. It's never happened before. I don't mind, I'll get that again. Actually, as my friend stole mine. Number 2, did you say? Okay. Ooh, oh gosh. Now straight on. That's one of those amethyst strands. When you get it home, you want to wear it straight away, like you used to when you used to buy something with your mum, like a pair of shoes, and you desperately wanted to try them on straight away, and she wouldn't let you. Or if that's just my mother. Look at that. That's a very strong, saturated purple, isn't it?
Beautiful gemstones, those.
They are fab. Look at that.
They are gorgeous, aren't they? Beautiful.
Oh. Ooh. I think I just dribbled. that nice. Sorry, that was attractive. Zambian amethyst, so best location for your amethyst. Obviously, amethyst does vary a lot in colour. You can get it in green, you can get it in pink, you can get it in all variations of purples and lavenders. That has got to be some of the richest. If you love a really strong, indulgent amethyst, that's your strand, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. A little bit like the Labradorite that we had earlier. That kind of beauty is just within that whole gemstone.
I mean, that'd go lovely with the rose gold plated 95 sterling silver jump rings we had earlier, but it'd go just as lovely with those lovely pearl coloured jump rings we had as well.
It would. It would look beautiful with those.
In fact, It is a strand that makes you go, isn't it? That sort of almost heart-stopping moment where something just catches your breath and you're like, oh.
And I think if you were to wear that as a bracelet, if you were to wear that with your friends, if they knew nothing about gemstones, they would know that that is an amethyst.
Absolutely.
Because that is your sort of like quintessential amethyst, isn't it?
That's a good Tuesday word.
I don't
Oh, is it
know.
Monday? Hang on, is it Monday?
I'll use it tomorrow as well.
Oh, that means I put my bins out early. Is it Monday?
It's Monday today.
I put my bin out there. Oh, I didn't know I was a new person on my cul-de-sac that put my bin out. Oh, I put it out a day early.
You're not going to be one of those people that are slipping and sliding on the ice and snow to get your...
Well, I suppose there is that. Mind you, I've been away for a week, so I put the bag that's gone in my bin, you know those big wheelie bins? It's like that.
Oh.
It's not the person that lives on their own.
My mum only puts hers out once a month. She's like, save it up.
I just realised I put my bin out early. I'm a day ahead of myself. Yeah, but it's not. You're not allowed to put it out, are you, before 3 o'clock the day before, apparently. Although when the bin men don't come and they've been on strike for 4 months like they do where they are near me, you leave your bin out for like 4 months. Anyway, don't start me. 12. Oh, my hair just got caught in the microphone. You know when something catches in your hair goes... Sorry. I bit my cheek when I was on here yesterday as well. I'm a right wreck. Oh, that hurt.
You always carry on catching it as well when you do that,
Yeah.
don't you?
You know, like you've got a fine hair and it just catches in the clasp. It just went... Oh.
Did you hear about the time when I thought Elle had a hair on her lip? So we were on the like close-up shot, so I decided at that point that I would, instead of eating the hair, I would take it off. It was still attached to her head. And her head actually just went like that. When I pulled it, I was like, I'm so sorry it was attached. She went, that was still attached to my head. It's not anymore. It's fine.
Oh, dear.
Don't
touch the one on my chin, will you? I haven't. I don't think I have anyway. Right, bit of vintage. Bit of vintage. You could either go with the... Oh, come on. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Or, I know what Fleur's going to tell me to pick up. I got a sneaky feeling I know what Fleur's going to tell me to pick up.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Gorgeous.
That looks a bit lovely as well.
It does.
Because that is very vintage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of vintage. This again would go lovely with your outfit tonight.
Yeah.
Just beautifully. So the vintage rose, and do you know what's lovely? That vintage rose tone there, that blush. It's completely natural. Completely natural. How about with your natural bead nucleated pearls as well? As a really indulgent look. I did wonder why it had gone quiet in there. It's all right. Ben's decided he's going to produce the show for a moment, which could be very intriguing. Do you know what you're doing, Ben? Oh, Ben's about to do the lowest ever. Oh, my word. Look at that. $6.95.
Gosh.
Lowest ever price on those vintage pearls. And if you would like to put them with the bead nucleated pearls, those would act as the perfect spaces with that, wouldn't they,
They
Fleur?
would. They really would.
So that would work very, very well indeed. The bead nucleated pearls have sold out though, haven't they, Becky? Yeah, so they have sold out. I'll tell you what, those would look lovely with those vintage pearls. Some garnet as well. Beautiful garnet with those would look lovely, wouldn't it?
Really nice
Yeah.
with the garnet.
Can I just try those on? Just to show you what they'd look like on the neckline, do you mind? Because it's a lovely, natural, warm tone for this. In fact, they get lovely with that silver top I've got on. Do you know, I wouldn't have thought to put those with that, and they look really nice.
Do you know what else they're going to go well with?
What? Oh, what are you putting on me? What are you putting on me? I can't see. What's that? What's that?
It's a beautiful diamond.
Oh. Is that the double drill barrel diamonds that we might have coming up in the next hour?
Maybe.
In a kit? Yes, you did hear me right, in a kit. Just give me a little sneaky peek there, I'm not sure. Ah, fleur. Just going to show you that as a double bracelet as well. $6.95. I'm afraid they have nearly gone. There is a minute's, we've just created, because of that lowest ever price, about a minute's wait. Ben said you're welcome. 0800 644 655 is the phone number, free phone number. So don't worry when you're in a little bit of a wait. Our call centre know you're there. They'll get to you as quickly as they can. They are natural. They are natural at $6.95 as well, and that beautiful vintage. And again, beautiful iridescence coming off those.
Yeah,
really lovely. So well done, $6.95. Good luck on those. We're nearly sold out. In fact, we're way over allocated. So Linda, Collection, Greater London, Victoria, Joe, Pauline, Rio, Kerry, Carleen in Arizona, hello, lovely. Julie, Carolyn, that's without the people on the telephone. On the telephone, if you're waiting, you could nip across the Jewellery Maker app or the JewelleryMaker.com website and try that. And go, because that's, do you ever do that sometimes? Because I always buy on the phone, you see, but do you ever think...
Always on the web.
Oh, you're always on the web?
Always on the web, yeah.
See, I can't help but chat. I have to ring someone. So no, I'm always on the
always on the web.
Yeah. So $6.95. Okay, we're going to go to a little sneaky cheeky break because Fleur's got to get ready for her next fantastic demo. We have got the phone lines need to calm down a bit as well. But I don't think they're going to in the next hour because are you going to teach us how to polish silver?
And how to set up your silver.
Wonderful. Have we got some silver sheets then?
Maybe.
Silver sheets, black diamonds, sterling silver. We've got it all going on in the last hour. So please join us after the break.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/GetStartedWithJM, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
I've just been out and checked. I was going to wind you up and say there was like 4 feet of snow, but it's fine.
There's nothing.
Nout.
Good.
Nunk. Nada.
Good.
Right then, the good news is we've got, because we've got Fleur, and we've talked about how Fleur's fab at pearls and pearl knotting and chainmail, and the list goes on, quite frankly, because she's rather partial to some silver sheet as well. Aren't you?
I am.
Quite diverse, really, aren't you?
Yeah, this has been a passion for a long time.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, I love silver. I love forming metal. Hitting it, basically.
Hitting it, yeah. This is where you get your... When anybody's wound you up,
Yes.
you can frustrate. You can take all your frustration.
Yeah.
So we'll do the sheet in a moment. But first of all, well, goodness gracious me, we're going to really treat you now. It's an incredible kit. And it's something I don't know if I knew we did. Because when I picked up these earlier, I had to question them. Because I have got here double drilled diamonds, but double drilled black diamonds in this exquisite shape. I mean, they couldn't be more easy with sterling silver wire to turn into black diamond solitaire rings.
No.
Could they?
No,
with that double drill?
Yeah.
And have that split ring shank?
Yeah.
I mean...
And just wire it into it.
So, sorry to do this, but just to give you an idea, I mean, imagine, sorry, that was a bit fingers and thumbs, wasn't it? Sorry about that, but I'm just trying to get that into position. Imagine creating like a trilogy ring or just a single solitaire black diamond ring, because they're sizable enough to.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, they are.
Easily.
And they really do sparkle.
I mean, we talked earlier, didn't we, about if you're going to get, because we were talking about the coated black spinel and the black spinel, we were saying you've got to have a really good quality diamond to get that sort of level of lustre, and you've got it there. Those central diamonds, they start at 2x1 mil, but they go up to a 4x2 mil on that strand, and they are double drilled, as you can quite clearly see. Just incredible. I honestly did not know we did these.
And our 0.3 sterling silver wire goes through them beautifully.
I was just going to ask you that.
So what I've done to use them, because I'm not a wire worker, so I would have struggled to sort of like wire that into a ring or something like that. What I did is I put the 0.3 sterling silver wire through, and then I just twisted it. So
like a tiara twist almost?
So like a tiara twist, yeah. So I've created like a 0.4 wire out of that now by twisting them together. So I've now got one wire that I can use. If I just put my hand behind it, you can just see there that it's just a little twist, and I've just used one on the drill hole, and that's how I've set them in the jewellery that I've made. But that's just, you know, you can't even see the other drill hole.
It's gorgeous.
But yeah, that's for me the easiest way, and then you can just do your normal wrap loop at the top.
Fantastic.
And they are so
they're incredible,
beautiful to work with. I was a bit scared to work with them when I first saw them.
Well, they command respect, quite frankly, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're the kind of thing that, as a jewellery maker, you just never imagine in a million years you get to work with. And it's an entire carat, 1 carat, the elusive 1 carat mark of diamonds there. And diamonds are indeed forever. They are the hardest gemstone on the planet. And that in your black diamonds, which are, as we know, rare, that is just incredible. Now, we're not just giving you those. We're also going to give you 160 jump rings and a padlock to lock them away. I wouldn't be able to give these to anybody. I'm going to show you the padlock first. Again, which I think is a lovely idea, this locket charm. And it's something that, again, I think a lot of us were brought up with the original, like a charm bracelet, a gate bracelet. Do you remember the gate bracelet with the lock? That was it, a gate bracelet. It was my first bracelet ever. Did you have one of those?
Yes, I did.
They were really on trend, weren't they, the gate bracelet? Yeah. And it always had that locket at the end. So you get that as well. Keith Lemon would like that through the keyhole, wouldn't he? He'd love that. We've also now got these incredible jump rings. Now these are your 925 solid sterling silver jump rings. I've got 5mm, 6mm and the very elusive 9mm. Now, are we back to inner or outer?
We're back to outer diameter.
Okay, so what we would, our standard sizes.
Standard sizes,
okay.
yeah.
Now, of the 9x1mm jump rings, 9mm jump rings effectively there, open jump rings, so again all the work is done for you, beautifully cut. We've got 10 of those. In your 6mm, which is here, we have got 50 of those. And then even more generously in the 5mm, we've got 100. So that adds up to 116 total of beautifully crafted jump rings, and the locket, and the diamonds that everybody is apparently sending messages into my producer. I thought they might. So it's a very, very, very special kit. A carat of double drilled, faceted, barrel shaped black diamonds, of which I've got 4 on my strand, that total 1 carat, plus your locket, plus your 10 9mm, 50 6mm, and 100 5mm sterling silver jump rings. And wait till you see Fleur's jewellery. Because we've also got the silver sheet coming up as well. Oh, I'm in love with this kit.
It's a beautiful kit. This has been the most fun I've had working with this kit.
Is
I was a bit
it?
upset when I finished working with it. I wanted to make more pieces.
And that's, Joe, tell you what, if you can get a kit that makes you feel like that, you're onto a winner, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. You are. Yeah.
And why do we put kits together? I'm going to tell you why we put kits together, because what we do is we incentivise you to either start with a new medium or add lots of things together so that we can, there's a secret way, I shouldn't really give this away, but if we bundle things together, there's a special way that we can add extra discount. What would that mean? A saving to you and I. And then we apply that during a live show. You get all the benefit of, it's like buying in bulk. You get a discount. That's basically the concept. So what we've done here is we've given you a bulk buy in a kit, given you extra savings that you wouldn't get if you bought them independently. So basically, if you put the 5mm, the 6mm, the 9mm, the sterling silver padlock and those double drilled black beautiful diamonds, it wouldn't add up to the discounted price that we're about to give you. Okay? We're going to give you now I've seen diamonds, black diamonds, a single strand, way higher than that. That's without the 100, I mean, Fleur's nodding and all the crew in my ear are saying absolutely. I think that strand on its own should be that, surely.
Pretty sure it should be.
I'm sure it should be.
It should be.
I'll have to check that, because that diamond strand at $99.95 I think is already a discounted price. But to get 160 sterling silver jump rings and that sterling silver padlock for the same price is incredible. Now that is a very limited kit. We do not have very many of those, obviously, at all. Okay, so that is a really, 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 even by our limited standards, a very, very limited kit indeed. Now, we have just confirmed, because we've just checked our previous sales history on that diamond strand. The diamond strand alone is $99.95. So if you've just got that kit, and I know a lot of you have already, PXGC 99, you're getting 105mm, 56mm, 10 9mm open sterling silver jump rings and the 925 sterling silver locket charm at 13 by 10mm free of charge. Wow.
That's an amazing price for all of that.
Yeah,
because you've got
that
a
is
lot
incredible.
of jump rings. And can I say I've made all that. I've made this is purely like the little heart came from one of the sheets, but I made the whole chain. I've not even used the 5mm jump rings.
No, you haven't even touched them?
Not even touched them.
Oh gosh, and that's the ones that we've got 100 of.
Yeah, I've not even touched them.
Oh wow.
I've used the 6mm and the 9mm for all the pieces of jewellery, to hang the actual pieces that I've made.
That is incredible. And do you know the first person that's checked out? Your lovely friend Suzette.
Aww.
Well done, Suzette.
You love this. You will love this.
Good for you, sweetheart. She was the first one to check out. Well done, Christine. Well done, collectors. Jenny Gray to London as well. Collectors coming in on that. Beautiful, beautiful kit. Now, you might be thinking, where's all that? Where are those discs coming from? Where are they coming from? We've got a different part of the kit. Obviously, you can get them both together if you want to create flirt designs, or you can buy them independently as well. So, should we do the sheet? Shall we? Okay, so I'll just put those on. I don't even want to put those diamonds back, but there you go. I have to for the moment. Right then. You wouldn't think that these would have created that jewellery there, would you? Really? Now, the reason they don't look as appealing as they would usually, quite frankly, if you look at those thinking, no, they're unpolished.
They are.
Now, why would we give those as unpolished?
So you can polish it yourself, and you can. There's fors and againsts of polished silver and unpolished silver.
Oh, okay. So it's handy to have both, the unpolished and the polished.
Yeah, it just gives you a really good skill actually to learn how to.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So you've got a 5x2mm at 0.8mm. So that's your 5.2mm there. Okay, so that's your 5x2mm at 0.8mm gauge, and then in the slightly thicker 1mm gauge, okay, that's your 5x5mm square. Centimetre, sorry, I do apologise, I'm saying mil, do apologise. 5x2 centimetre, 5x5 centimetre, sorry, not mil. Unpolished. And the lovely thing is, because you've got those beautiful polished effects there, Fleur says she's going to give us a treat, and you're going to teach us in your demo how to polish, because it's a real technique, isn't it?
It is a real technique, yeah. Can I just take that one down? Is that okay?
Of course you can, sweetheart.
So if you just put that on top of that silver, you can see then the difference of what it looks like when it comes home to you, and what with just a little bit of polishing you can actually achieve. So you can achieve this really sort of like mirror effect with your pieces. But the reason why I wanted to show you polishing as well is because when it comes to you like this, if you're going to create a big design, then that's absolutely fine. Yep. You know, to create a big design, and we'll talk about sort of like how and why you're going to polish it. Okay. I can't believe that price.
I was just going to say, is that for both? Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, when you say you can't believe that price, what was it about that made you just go, she just stopped in, did you say it stop in mid-track?
Well, it's nice thick silver. It's it polishes beautiful. It's really malleable to work with. So it's almost like it comes fully annealed. And to get the two pieces, you know, you can have a little practice on there as well. Have a practice with your copper sheet, and then once you've got your design that you want, you know, you can. But you've got a commodity there, haven't you?
Absolutely.
You've got your silver.
Well, I know the price that we normally do the silver sheets, especially the 1mm. Because the 1mm is normally quite expensive, but to get the 1mm in the 5x5 centimetre and the 5x2 centimetre for $49.95, and you've got them unpolished, which is, again, the first time I think I've seen them unpolished as well. So 2 sterling silver you've got to remember there. Do we have a gram weight? Because that would have been fascinating to know, wouldn't it? 925 sterling silver sheets. Because you can feel the weight of them actually when you pick them up, can't you?
Yeah. And I've got lots of silver left over.
Well, you've got a lot of silver left, haven't you?
Silver left over.
Yeah. $49.95. Incredible. Incredible value. So the 5x5 centimetre is 23 grams of silver. I had a feeling it might be something huge. 23 grams just in that one. So that's 7, so you got 30 grams of sterling silver. 30 grams of sterling silver for $49.95. Well done. Well done. It took Fleur by surprise. Not many things that do that, really, are there? So $49.95. Well done. Brilliant. What are you going to show us how to do then? So you're going to show us
how to polish. So So I've
Should put them side by side?
I've put a little. I've done one. This one is half and half, so you can see.
Oh, you have, haven't you? Sorry.
So you can see how you can get that polish and how and why we're going to talk about why you would polish it before you even start to use it.
Yeah, because you mentioned this to me earlier, didn't you?
Yeah. So if we take, for instance, the 2 pairs of earrings that I've made.
Yeah.
If I was to make everything first and then go to polish it afterwards, they're quite small fiddly pieces to hold on to while you're polishing.
Okay.
So if you polish the whole thing first, and the thing with silver polishing it, and you can go on workshops on how to polish gold and polish silver. You know, it's a real specialist art, and there is people that are like master, like metal polishers, and that is all they do is polish gold to you know, a mirror finish and silver and platinum. So the more polishing processes you can do over the time of making your piece of jewellery, the better your mirror polish will be at the end, because you're adding layers and layers and layers of polish. Okay. So what I've done is I've just put a little bit of paper down. It does get a little bit messy, because obviously you are cleaning that metal. Now, like I said, the reason why you are going to clean your metal first, for 2 reasons. A, it's easier to clean and polish those smaller sections that you cut up. And also when you're stamping your metal, if you're trying to line a stamp up and it's not polished, it's very difficult because you can't see the reflection of the stamp that comes down. Where if it's highly polished, you can get that kind of precision line that you're going to use. Also as well, it's a lot easier to work with when it's polished as well. Yeah, because you can see the surface scratches that are on there, and it will come with surface scratches on there, you know, and you can then see them and polish them, you know, to a higher luster. And you can actually polish scratches out of silver very, very easily. You don't need like lots and lots of specialist tools. If you have got specialist tools, then obviously you know you can do it. But what I'm going to use is, I'm going to chuck the silver cloth on the floor. You do need a silver cloth. And they're always really, really handy to have with you as well, just to keep your silver looking really lovely. I'm going to use a Dremel.
Yay!
We're going to use a Dremel, and we're going to use the Jeweller's Rouge that comes with the Dremel and one of the little felt mops. But the first thing I'm going to use is now, apologies, I can't find my 4-in-1 nail file, okay? So these are exactly the same, they're exactly the same grits, but they're just in each one, okay?
You mean like when you have like the 4 block?
The 4 block, yeah, from the shop.
The shop that you do things for £1.
Yeah. If you go in there, you'll get them. They've got like a file, and then they go to buff and then smooth and then polish, and these are exactly the same.
I bet they haven't got a pearl knotting all for £1 there.
No, I bet they won't have. I bet they won't. So it is quite messy, like I say, your hands will get quite messy as well. I'm just going to move that silver over the other side. The first thing you need to do is you need to have an idea of what you're going to actually make. So with this piece, this is a really heavy piece of silver because it's got 2 ends, and it was keepsake jewellery. So what I thought, you could do, if you wanted to put like a little memory in there, you could actually sort of like capture a memory. I will show you how to do doming on Thursday. So if you watch the show on Thursday morning, I'll show you how to use the doming block.
Who are you on with on Thursday?
With
Claire.
Yeah. So I can show you how to do the doming. It has been done before. The little the tag on the end. The thing with this silver is you have to maximise how much you silver to the best. So that is the tag, and the square earrings and the heart that's on here has come out of this one small sheet.
Gosh, that's incredible. 5x2.
So that little heart is the heart that came out the middle of the pendant, and then obviously the pendant, and then the earrings on the end are just a centimetre square of silver with one of the black diamonds on the front. But if you didn't put the black diamond on, it would still look lovely as well. So you need to have a bit of an idea of where you're going to go with it. Now, there is lots of ways to sort of like mark your silver. So some people will say in this unpolished state you can draw on it with a pencil and you'll be able to see, or you can scribe lines on it with a scribe. I don't really like scribing lines onto silver because you're gouging metal out, and it takes a lot to polish it over if it's not the design that you're looking for. So I prefer to polish it and then to use a glue stick and stick some graph paper over the top, because then if I don't like my design, I just take this paper off and I'm ready to go. You can use things like permanent markers. what I would say with permanent markers, again, they're brilliant, but if you've got a very in-depth design that you've drawn, if you're sawing it out and as you move it, the grease from your fingers will smudge that line and you won't see that line as perfect. So again, it's a bit like pearl knotting. There's lots of ways to do it. This is just the way that I prefer.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sort of like my file, what would be my file on there, and I'm going to lay it flat on the board. And all I'm going to do is just rub it over the top, and you can see straight away. Oh, it's a bit. It's
so shiny, isn't it?
So you can see that's just started to get those surface scratches moving. So I'm actually putting a texture on there. So if it's a brushed finish that you're looking for, then that's fine. If I just lift it up actually and do it. So I'm putting quite a lot of pressure on there as well. So I'm really pushing that sort of like filing. It's not like filing with a file where you only have to go one way, because this is almost like just a polish pad,
fine,
if you like.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually go forwards and backwards. So the aim of your first block is to get rid of all those surface scratches. And you can see there that I haven't got like really big scratches on there, but I have got a lovely, almost like a satin texture. So I'm now just going to quickly just move down to my next one. And again, all you would do with your little nail block is just move it around onto the next side.
Okay.
And so you're not removing any material at this point, so you're not filing material away. All you're doing is, with silver like this, all the platelets of the silver have almost like lifted up a little bit and gone a bit furry. Yeah. So all you're doing is you're just burnishing them back down, okay? So if anybody's ever worked with silver clay before and they tell you to burnish the surface to get that...
It's the same concept.
It's all you're doing is you're flattening down the platelets in the silver, or the molecules in the silver, to get that high shine. So you can see now, if I just move that and put this one next to it, just with 2 grades of that, can you see? So it's this side here that I've done, just with 2 grades, you can really see how that's... But I've still got a few surface scratches on there, and you can see the other side that I've done earlier hasn't got any. So I just need to go down the next 2 sides. So the thing is not to miss out any of the steps, you know, to do them all, because you might need to do this 2 or 3 times before you're happy with it. And the more, like I say, the more you polish silver, your finished piece will have a mirror-like effect when it's finished. So you can see now that now has started to really burnish, so that's getting rid of now those surface scratches. So I'm really, really now getting to that point where I can now give it that final like push down. You can see the line that's in the middle actually that I haven't actually done now. So if I just go to the very final one, so this would be like your polishing one. I'm just going to lay it down, because this is the one that you really need to put the pressure on, and this is what's going to start to get that silver really mirror polished. Okay. And like I say, if you don't get the effect that you're looking for the first time, you can start again. You know, with 1 mil thick silver and 0.8 thick silver, you've got a lot of silver there. You've got a lot of thickness of silver. So I'm just going to go through. That little indent in the corner is your 925 mark. That's why you can see that there. So that's your
I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking, what?
That's not coming out.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Never said that. They've both got one. So this one's in this little corner here. So you have got that 95. So if you want to make that into part of your design, as long as it's under your 7.78 grams of silver, you legally with UK law, you're allowed to have that 925 on there and have it hallmarked. Okay, so I'm now going to move to my polishing. Now, if you haven't got a Dremel, but you have got some silver polish, you can do this by hand. It's a little bit more harder work, because this is obviously spinning and rotating at quite a high level, so it's polishing a lot faster. So this is what we call Jeweller's Rouge. Now, there's lots of different sort of like polishes out there. You can, if you went on to look, if you put in jeweller's polish onto a search engine, you'd be amazed at just how many there are. You need a teeny tiny little bit of this, okay? Now, realistically, you should be polishing your silver like this with a mask on and just some safety goggles, but I'm really stupid and I forgot mine. So I'm just going to put a little bit on, and I'm not turning it on, because if I turn it on, Zena's going to turn this nice shade of...
Do you want me to move?
No, I'm just dabbing a little bit on. I've actually got quite a lot on there anyway. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on, And again, I'm just resting it onto here, and I'm just going to polish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the silver underneath. So you can see I'm moving the silver. So I'm going in one direction to start with. Now it's going to look quite dirty because this sort of like polish is quite oily. So I'm just moving that silver. I'm going to turn it a little bit, move it the other way. And just, I'm not, I would probably do this for quite a few minutes.
Yeah.
But you can start to see already, can you see that that's gone to a mirror now?
Yeah.
Now if you were going to do this by hand, it is completely achievable by hand. You just need to work a little bit harder at it.
It's not when you have a hand whisk and you have an electric hand whisk, it takes all the effort out of it, doesn't it?
That's it. If you have got a Dremel, you can't just rest it on there. You have to press it down. You know, press
Give
it
it a
down.
bit of willy.
Yeah, just press it down and help that do its job.
Sounds like a wasp or a bee.
It does, it does. And you need a tiny bit of polish. Don't put too much polish on there.
Okay.
Now, this polish is like an oil-based. You can see it, my nails.
You're looking a bit mucky.
I look like I've been down.
Oh dear. Oh, dump it.
Yeah. So now what I would do is I'd put this into some hot soapy water because that would get rid of the grease.
Would you just like some washing up liquid?
Yeah, just some washing up liquid, and quite warm water as well. But I'm going to just show you with a silver cloth now. So I've just got a silver cloth, and all I'm going to do is just polish it up.
Okay.
And I'll just lift it up because you probably won't see it now with the lights because it's going to be quite mirror. Can you see now?
Yeah.
That mirror effect. So we've gone in very, very short space of time. We've gone from
that
unpolished.
Gosh, that's incredible,
to polished.
isn't it?
Now, whichever designs you're going to do now, you will be able to do your designs. You may scratch it a little bit if you're using a saw or using a file, but you now have the tools to be able to sort of like polish it back out. Now, if I decided that I wanted more of a mirror polish, so something like this has got a higher, if I just put that next to it, that's been polished like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference. One's got a higher polish than this one has. I mean, it's not far off, but it's, you know, it is.
Yeah.
It needs a little bit more. So what you would do is you don't skip any of those stages. You go back to the coarser grit, and then through all the stages, and then back to your polishing. With your silver cloth as well, your silver cloth, if it's a treated silver cloth, it will help to non-tarnish your metal. So it doesn't stop it from tarnishing, but it will help.
Elongates it.
Yeah. And now you've got a piece of metal that you can now put your designs on. And it doesn't matter if you stick this down because it's only a little bit of water-soluble glue because your first initial polish has started. So it's a little bit like when you polish your shoes. Do you know the first time you polish your shoes, a pair of leather shoes, you get a nice sheen.
Yeah.
But the more you polish it, if you think of sort of like the Blues and Royals and the lifeguards, and what they call bull, their boots, so they look like they're patent. They're not, they're just normal leather. It's just the amount of polish that they've gone in and they've just flattened all those molecules and platelets down. So instead of it being very, very slightly like this, they've pushed them completely flat, so you get a mirror surface. So it's exactly the same if you've been in the armed forces and you're used to polishing like to that high extent. It's exactly the same when you're polishing silver. The more polish and the more pressure you can put on it when you're polishing it, the smoother that surface. And if I just give that to Zena, I know you can't feel it at home, but you can feel the difference. One feels like a mirror.
Completely different.
And one feels because one is very, very slightly agitated on the surface, and one is completely pushed down.
You can't even
flat.
compare the two.
No. And now you can use that for, you know, even if you were going to just cut straight lines, cut it into pendants and just polish it. You know, pieces of jewellery like those little disc earrings, I sell those for £25 on my stand.
Do you? Okay.
And they're nothing with them. You know, I don't do anything with them. They are just little discs. Something like this one would be over £100, this piece.
Would it?
Yeah. Well, this one that I'm wearing now, I sell these for £70.
Right, okay.
And there's twice as much silver in there because this is only one dome.
I was going to say, because that's two.
2 domes, and it has a diamond in there. So, again, you know, you can take that. I mean, you've been quite extravagant with the silver there, but the centre section that I've taken out is one of the earrings. You know, the end of the pendant is the other earrings. The little heart to utilise, have a think of how you can utilise it. And these bits that are left over, you know, keep them, because one day you may be a point in your jewellery making journey where you can melt these down yourself, or you can send them to a jeweller's and have them melted down. You know, this is still that precious sterling silver that you've got, and it may mean that I could actually get little bits out of this as well. But I've left them blank. Because I know it's keepsake jewellery, but I didn't want to stack. But you can use your metal stamps on there as well, just to personalise and make that a keepsake piece of jewellery as well.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's how easy it is to get from that to that.
Oh, come and wave, Mr. Bangy Man. You all right? Didn't hurt yourself, did you? No, he's all right.
I'm fine.
He's fine. When you're in a big bang like that, you think, is he all right? But he's all right. Thank you.
That's okay.
Polishing
don't forget to do the other side.
Did you hear him then?
Yeah.
He's a comedian, isn't he? Aye. Do you want to go and wash your hands?
No, I'm all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Don't stick them on me, will you?
Wipe them on you, obviously.
Can you not? Because I'm filming a DVD afterwards. Yeah, don't. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Now then, we're about to do my presenter's pick for you.
I'm all right now.
Oh, did you just give her a little napkin?
Ben gave me a little
Really
one.
lovely.
It's when you've got, because when I usually do the polishing, then I usually go to the school run, but in the meantime, from getting in the car to the school run, I've gone like this, or like that, or like that, and I've just literally got polish all over my face,
Right then, grab these as quick as your little fingers can grab them. KOIM 46, they are peridot, but they're in this super cool rectangular shape. Vibrant, 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 and then some. I mean, they are literally like when you go to the fair and you get given one of those luminous bands that you crack and you put them around your neck or your wrist, and then you take them home and you put them under your duvet and you have a field day, don't you? Lighting up like in a tent. I don't know if that's just me. But your peridot, your beautiful peridot from China, which as we know is one of the best locations, China. China is specifically, and the United States, for clarity. I'm going to hold these out for a sec, just to show you just how sharp and crisp and clear. Try at that magnification, which I'm just going to ask our lovely Kerry, what magnification are we roughly, sweetie? Around 40?
We can get to 40 if we cut
well,
one first.
I mean, no, I'm happy with that. What do you reckon that is?
That's probably about
25-30% magnification, 30 times rather. About 20. Do you know what? Just try at that magnification and find an inclusion. Because you do get included peridot. I can't see any. It's top grade. That's what that means. Having said all that, and the fact that you've got a 30cm strand, and the fact that you've got that really cool shape. How often do you see a rectangular peridot?
I don't think I've ever seen one.
It's illuminating on the hand, isn't it? Do you know what price we're going to? Becky?
That's been miles coming up from the centre of the earth.
What about peridot is, let me get my brain in gear. My memory seems to be, I have to close my eyes because I'm thinking, pulling back the info from the back of my head. Peridot and diamonds grow below the earth around about 90 to 121 miles below the surface of the earth.
Wow.
That's how far they've got to come up. Then we've had to preform, cut, polish, shape them into those rectangles, hand drill them, colour match, because peridot does not always come in that beautiful lime fluorescent green, or that really sort of a luminous green rather, as opposed to fluorescent. It can be dark, it can be super light, but we give you the perfect peridot every time. We have then we've stranded it for you, we've attached the tassels, and then we brought them over here from China to the UK, and we're going to give you that whole length of strand, which still bewilders me that we can do that, for a £5. Yeah, I thought they'd go quite well. I had a sneaky feeling you'd like those. Now, Terry in the Isle of Wight, Marianne Collector in Cumbria, Jane in Greater London. You've got to check out as quick as you can because we didn't have a vast number of these, by the way. Victoria, Kate, Linda, Annette, Barbara Collector, Catherine, that's all the last few in the last few minutes, Linda, Ali, Jane, Jacqueline, Tony, Collector, Jane, Collector. There's people buying two each even. I've got Vivian in Malaga, Sandra in Surrey, Collector in Bucket. You can see the list of people coming in for those. We didn't have a big number, did we, hun? Okay, it was under 100 to start with. It's quite bewildering, that price point, isn't it?
It is, and pearls and peridot look beautiful together.
Well, that's a good point, actually. Oh, those with those textured stardusty.
Yes, they'd be nice.
They'd be nice, wouldn't they?
Lovely, those would, yeah. I like that idea.
Or those are the garnets, those are the amethyst as well.
Yeah, peridot and garnet's beautiful, isn't it? And with the spinel, because they're both August's birthstone.
Have a little go up at them.
Peridot, I own the most ready-made jewellery in peridot.
Do you?
Yeah, out of all the jewellery that I own, that I've bought, the majority of it is peridot.
Oh, I didn't know that, did you?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
See, these need to go together.
I agree. Look at these. Just because we mentioned black spinel and peridot. Look at that. We're past the watershed of 9 o'clock. I'm going to say it. That is sexy. I'm saying that word. Sexy.
It is.
Beautiful with those peridot at £4.95. I'll tell you what. Do you fancy both of them for less than £10? Peridot and the black spinel. Was that you, Kerry? I beg you. What I heard in here was yay! I didn't think it was you, Kerry, to be fair, but I thought I'd give you the benefit of the doubt. It was a bit excited for Kerry. 15 carats of microfaceted black spinel, 2x1 mil, £4.95 on the Late Show this evening, which is brilliant. Again, Thailand, fantastic location for black spinel right now. China, as we know, fantastic, perfect location. Because you think about location, people think, how does a location make it better? Well, if you think about it, when you're growing something, like a gemstone, you've got to have the perfect heat, the perfect pressure, the perfect chemical elements that are within that surrounding location. And if all those, it's almost like creating the perfect cocktail. If you put the right measure of the spirit and the mixer and the herbs or whatever it might be that you're using into that cocktail, you get that perfect blend of flavours. And it's the same kind of scenario when you're growing a gemstone. And that's why, like Tanzania is the only place in the world, because of a certain geological wonder, that's the only place that's ever going to grow tanzanite. It's clever, isn't it, when you think about it?
It is, yeah, she's very, very clever, that.
Yeah.
That Mother Earth.
She
Not
is.
Mother Earth, Mother Nature.
Mother Nature, that's the
Mother
one.
Earth.
All right, love.
Mother Earth.
It's like them chandeliers, isn't it, love? It's
like
them chandeliers.
They're chandeliers.
Them there chandeliers.
My mum's going to be so disappointed in me.
So funny. Oh, no, hang on. Can I reach them? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Oh, now then. I happen to know we're going to a naughty price on this. I mean, if you get our welcome pack when you spend £4.95, you've never bought from us before, we will teach you how to turn that beautiful pearl sterling silver chain into a lovely necklace like that. Could be for your mum, week on Sunday even, Mother's Day. Or into a lovely bracelet, or into drop earrings. Really easily. 925 sterling silver chain, 48 centimetres. And do you know what the good news is? When I just said we're going for a naughty price. That's not it. It's another LEP. What does LEP stand for, Fleur?
Lowest ever price.
Yeah, baby, I like the way you did lowest ever. Ever. Okay.
I didn't realise. I thought that. Wow.
You thought what? You thought wrong.
Wow.
Darling, bear in mind, you could easily make that into a 20-inch necklace with a clasp. We've had clasps on the show today.
We have.
We had a toggle bar in sterling silver, and we also had the 8mm beautiful clasp as well.
Yep.
For Mother's Day, If she opened that into a necklace box, would your mama think you'd spent £10?
Nope.
No, she wouldn't. So you get some extra brownie points as well.
I'd get a really good present for my birthday.
Well, yes, on the 17th of March.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know, I never go out on my birthday.
Why?
Because there's too many drunk people out.
Oh, because it's St Patrick's. Yeah.
They ruin it.
Oh. You get 2 birthdays?
Yeah,
Yeah.
One next time as well.
Yeah,
Next day.
can have 2 birthdays. So, we've never done that before. You can create the most beautiful drop earrings, the most beautiful bracelet, the most beautiful necklace. They are genuine white freshwater cultured pearls, 5x4mm, dropping that lovely... And again, if you want to say earrings, I'm talking about, let's say, that kind of design, which is a classic pearl earring look, isn't it, Fleur?
Yep. Yeah,
You called your
what
pearl
that
then. Did you notice that then?
Yeah.
I nearly did, didn't I?
Yourself.
I just saved myself.
But no, I love these chains to work with. I think they're beautiful to work with because you just take the chain off to the nearest loop,
Yep.
attach a clasp if it's a shorter, you know, if you're using that little bit. Don't throw any of your chains away, you know, because you can use those with your 0.25 wire. You can put that through the end and make a little chain tassel as well with them. That is a great buy, that. Yeah. Beautiful.
Do you know the reason why that's great as well is if you're like me and you're sort of learning, you made your stretchy and things. If you make a necklace out of that and you wear it and people say, and you say, I made it, I mean, okay, you've added a clasp. But you've still had some involvement in turning that into something wearable as jewellery. And that does not boost your confidence.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. Well, it does for me anyway.
Yeah, it does. It really
It
does.
really does.
You are your best advert.
Well, yes. Now, we keep mentioning Garnet, don't we?
Oh,
I'm going to have to tell you. I've made my friend Anne, because she's got a birthday a few days before me in January, and I made her a bracelet of this, and I made it with sterling silver little flower spacers on a stretchy. My friend Anne wears it every day. Her garnet bracelet, it's her favourite piece that she wears it every single day. And again, as a confidence boost and feeling, when you've got a lovely friend who you love, who wears a piece of jewellery that you've made every day, it kind of bonds you together.
It does.
Like you're wearing that beautiful piece that Claire made you.
Yeah, yeah. Never take it off.
Exactly, she never takes it off. And it's a lovely feeling. And to have garnet faceted like that, and again, if you get any of that, again, those frosted sort of stardust effect, I think they might have sold out, actually, the shell pearls that we had earlier. We'll have a little check for you. There was a double strand for the most ridiculous... Yeah, they did sell out. You pop those with the garnet. All the genuine pearls that we've had today, garnet with the peridot, just look amazing together. Yet again, in fact, can you write that code down? Because I want to buy some more of those, sweetheart. Thank you. ZSPO61, because I tell you what, as bracelets, just as stretchy bracelets, they look phenomenal. They really do.
And if you got the clasp from the first kit, that was an 8mm ball clasp, wasn't it? Was it 8mm?
It was indeed. Look at you.
Yeah, I know. One thing I had to remember.
Yeah, absolutely right, my friend. We've never done that before. LEP's lowest ever price, so that's never happened before, and it's a whopping great because of those 8mm rounds. 240 carats, and the facet work on those is... Oh,
they are gorgeous.
they are lovely, aren't
they?
They
Are really,
really, really fabulous. So you get those as well. Becky, do you remember that one on the last of the thing that we asked Scott to do? Did he do it? You know, on those pearls. Shall we try? I don't know if we can do this yet. We're not sure, are we, Becky, love? But we did... Yes, I know. We did a bit of bribing earlier in stereo. There was me on one side of the sales manager. There was Becky, producer, on the other. I mean, look at that for a look. If we can do what we think we can do, we can't promise you. Those cashew pearls, and they are stacked on this strand. This is a very, very, very limited opportunity. I have 11 only left. That's it. They are centre drilled. I can't unleash the true beauty of those cashew pearls because they're so stacked together. But when you take those off that strand and lay them flat, that strand goes on and on and on and on, and it unleashes the lustre when you take those cashews off, because cashews are all about the lustre. So, the entire strand of white freshwater centre drilled Keshi pearls. Those are usually $49.95. $49.95 that strand usually is. I only have 11 opportunities and that's it at $34.95. Fleur will concur because I think Fleur bought this and it was $49.95.
Yep.
I'm afraid we only had 11.
Yeah, these are very, very special pearls.
Very,
very special.
very special. We are way over allocated. Fleur is not looking her happy self. Catherine, Francis, Pauline, Annette, this is a live show price. It's not to be repeated. $34.95. They are about to sell out. Fleur is looking at me with envious eyes. I think she's looking at the pearls, but you never know, do you? But yeah, Kate, Francis, Pauline, Annette, Sylvie's got them, Catherine's got them, Collection Merseyside's got them, Jean's got them, Shona's got them, Collection London's got them. We have got 3 left and I am two left. I am way over allocated. $34.95. It has never, ever been taken to that point. And we had to get the sales manager's permission on those. Incredible opportunity. And there is a big number of Keshi pearls on that strand, isn't there?
Was he actually... Did he listen to the strand that you were asking him to reduce?
No,
I don't think he was.
To be fair, we did a bit of an ambush.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him. He kind of was listening. Becky asked him another question at the same time. I gave him the code. I told him the price that I thought they should be, and he just said, "It's all done for you." But you could tell he was a bit.
Yeah, I don't think he's realised.
Colleen, Collector, Kerry, Lynn, Kate, Francis, Pauline, Annette, you're all going after the last one. And it is the last opportunity. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. I would definitely get your authenticity card. They're only 25p. I would get that on those. We are down to the... What's going on? There's 1 left. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people with it in their baskets. 9 people with it in their baskets. Miranda, you are a whisker away from getting those, but you are again. Oh, sorry, Elle. Collector and Count in Kildare. You've got 1 left. Joan. I think Miranda's just got it. Did Miranda just get it? I think it's just gone. You've all just got the most.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Sorry.
I've got 1 strand at home, and it's one of those strands where I don't want to use it because it's my only strand.
Yeah.
And I would have bought another one if I had been at home today. Yeah. At £15 less than what I paid for it in the first place.
Shall I put it out of sight?
Yeah.
Say that again. You can't do lowest ever price on diamonds. No, you can't.
Those were the peridot.
Ooh, these were the peridot.
They're travel partners.
Well, they are travel partners. The only 2 gemstones to grow together in that sense is your peridot and your diamonds in the when they grow together. And if ever you're doing C inclusions in peridot, it might be a little bit of diamond in there. We're going to go for the black diamond in the rough. Hi, Ryan. 8 carats of delicious black diamonds. They're just perfect for channel setting, aren't they?
They are, yeah, they are.
They just want to be channel set, quite frankly. And it's a nice length strand, actually. When it comes to diamonds, I mean, pretty generous, I would say. And do you know what I love about the rough diamonds? You just get this multitude of because the thing is, I was going to say facets by Mother Nature, because when you go to a diamond cutting factory, every diamond goes, regardless of the size, goes through 100 different cutting processes. 100. But there's a certain amount. You either, if you're over 1.4 mil, then it's, let me get this right, 57 facets. And if it's less than 1.4 mil, it's 17 facets per diamond, and that's the industry standard. Mother Nature just throws that rule book out the window. She said, I don't have to adhere to your rule book, you lot. Thank you very much, human beings. I was here before you. Now, she allocates as many facets as she wants. I think she'd be, and this is how she wanted us to wear them, quite frankly, as well. We have never taken these under £20. Never. Until today. £20. £19.95 on those diamonds, on those black diamonds, on those 8 carats of black diamonds. A £20 note.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's brilliant.
So if you were to walk down the high street and say, I've just got 8 carats of black diamonds.
Yes.
For under £20.
Yeah.
They'd think you were
They're
right.
just incredible. Oh, today's, I don't know my own strength, I've just pulled the tassel off. I pulled the tassel off. I didn't know my own
Just a
strength. I
rebel.
pulled the tassel off.
You're just a rebel.
I pulled the tassel off. Oh, hello.
Ooh.
Oh, hello. Oh, I knew you'd pick them up. I knew you'd go for them, the teeny tiny ones.
Oh, you need the black diamonds back.
Yeah, we do need the black diamonds back.
Wow.
I knew you'd go for
I've
them.
never seen these before.
They're cute, aren't they? They're like unicorn pearls,
They are.
aren't they?
I need these.
Yeah. They are the unicorn pearls, they're the colours. Purple iris, these are called, and these are glorious. Everything from 2x3 to 6x7 mil, 4 strands in total. In fact, you've got 4, 8, 12, 16, I reckon you've got, can you just add up those lengths, darling? I think there's over 1.5 metres of pearls here. 38 times 4, sweetheart. I think that's over 1.5 metres. 1.52. 1.52 there. Purple freshwater cultured pearls. You've got nuggets, you've got rice pearls, you've got potato pearls. 2x3 mil, 5x7 mil, 4x5 mil, 6x7 mil as well. Goodness gracious me. 4 strands of your purple pearls. It's a £4.99 a strand. Thanks. Sure, that's all right, everybody. £4.99, £4.99, £4.99, £4.99.
It's like me in pearl form.
Just like you in pearl form.
Just add a little bit of purple.
We've got to be quick, and we have got to be quick. We've got rounds of Labradorite. Sorry to be so quick on this one, but it was a star buy that we were supposed to do and we forgot. 6 mil rounds, natural, Madagascan, Labradorite, for... You're not going to believe this.
Wow.
And it's, look at the length of it as well. 38 centimetres on that Labradorite. 38 centimetres they are. And there's your Labrador essence coming through as I twist them around. 6 mil, perfect. And at £7.95, and that is, again, very, very full strand of Labradorite.
It is, it's a beautiful strand, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I love the back note colour of that greeny.
I like the way you said that, a back note colour.
Yeah. I know,
I
I've
like
got
that.
some good ones today.
Yeah,
haven't I?
well, even they do say so yourself, yeah?
Yeah,
I do agree with
commend
you.
myself. Maybe it's because I'm awake now. It's the evening show.
Is it? You've
Maybe I don't
finally come
wake up.
around, you?
Yeah,
You're feeling
yeah.
a bit more human?
Yeah, yeah.
She tried to say to me earlier she felt she wanted to feel normal. I said, well, that's never going to happen, is it?
I feel normal.
Do you know you've been brilliant tonight?
Oh, thank you. It's been wonderful. Thank you.
And you're back tomorrow, aren't you?
Tomorrow night, yeah, where I'll be showing you how to use your saw.
What's that, saw?
Sawing.
Sawing.
So,
Okay.
not that sawing.
I would kiss you, but...
You don't need these books.
Just, you know. They've got a what? On the morning show tomorrow, they've got a DVD. You know how we had our pearl all at £1? They've got a DVD, a jewellery making DVD on the show tomorrow morning going for £1. Good night from her, good night from me. Take care, see you soon.
Information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So when you see an item that you would like to